communicate for a little bit here. Starting a little late. Steelers kicking a field goal here. It's up. And it's good. 3-0 Steelers. 9:27 left in the first quarter. Pickett was able to move the ball there a little bit. Make some good accurate throws, a couple drop passes. But, yeah, we're about to get into it here tonight. How's everybody feeling? Let's get some people in here. Yeah, so all my Seahawks fans, tough loss. I think that Josh Jacobs definitely did fumble, and that was a very, very bad non-call. I can't believe they weren't able to make that a reviewable call for the Seahawks. And I know you can't give up 40 to the Raiders. It's not an excuse, but that was pivotal. And then the DK Metcalf overturned play, that was horrible as well. That looked like a catch. Let me just turn the volume down here real quick. Yep. Here we go. Anyhow, what's good? Your boy's back, Seahawks Prime. Seahawks are 6-5, out of the playoff position, but still in the wild card hunt. And yeah, it's been an interesting season. Nonetheless, I'm watching this game here tonight with some fantasy football implications. My team is down 14, and I have Paris Campbell and Najee Harris. My opponent is actually all played out. What's good, Cameron? How you doing, brother? I thought I'd just come on here and stream the game here, do a little play-by-play, and we can talk about what happened on the weekend as well in the NFL. Yeah, the loss was terrible. Josh Jacobs with over 300 all-purpose yards, unacceptable. However, I do think Seattle played hard enough to win the game on that Jacobs strip. If we get that ball, that can't be called forward progress. We should have gotten that ball back up 7 with 3 minutes. So I think that was garbage, but I won't get into the narrative. Yeah, you need a small game from Pickens. I had the choice. This is dangerous because I had the choice of Pickens and Campbell, and I played Campbell, and I have Najee Harris as well, and I need 15 points to win, or like 14.71 points or something. That was a fumble. That was garbage. The narrative will be, of course, you cannot be close to the Raiders if you're a championship team. But even like on the last run, just crazy like holding on that run, the Jacobs run. The only other game that upset me this year was the New Orleans Saints game with officiating like that, and I could almost felt like it's the same crew. Whoa, we got a nice return here, down to the 35 by Douglas Sr. there for the Colts. Matt Ryan, they put Matt Ryan back in a couple weeks ago. Ellinger was just playing like trash. So, Matt Ryan, even though he's got a noodle arm now, they're counting on him to just at least make the team more respectable and command the offense. But yeah, going back to that Raiders game, it was atrocious defense. You know what I mean? Like, even those little out routes to Adams and all those things, they were just, Mac Hollins, the trick play. We just can't get any pressure on the inside, and that's got to change. We got to get that interior pressure. It looked like Monet, and they're talking about Seattle. Monet and Ford were getting good pressure for a couple weeks up the middle, but now quarterbacks are just able to chill in the pocket. Nice route there. This Alec Pierce guy is pretty nice out of Cincinnati. He's got a good future. Ooh, that could have been picked. But how are you guys doing tonight, man? How are you guys feeling? What's your thoughts? I mean, it's kind of like that day after hangover anytime we have a loss. Matt Ryan in shotgun. Drops back, 3-step. Looking for a receiver, and it's picked off. Matt Ryan throws an absolute duck on a weak check down. And that's a pick for the Steelers. Steelers are in a nice position right now. Let's go, Harris. All right. Cameron Ashcroft says, bro, that was a bad game by our defensive line. It really was. That's what I was saying. Daniel W. says, so a thought I had that is contrary to popular opinion, but with our pick, we very possibly going as high as number 2. I think it's worth mentioning. I would like to draft C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young. I mean, I'm more of a Stroud guy than a Young guy, but if we're going 1-2, I'm going to go against the quarterback scenario and take Jalen Carter or Will Anderson if we're 1-2. That's how I feel about it. I think we need a dynamic interior pass rusher or edge rusher. Pickett rolls out, finds, I think that's Claypool. No, I'm not sure who that is. Claypool doesn't play there anymore. What am I talking about? That's White. Claypool's over in freaking Chicago. Then Daniel W. says, use the cap savings for having a rookie QB for 5 years, making pennies to then go out and sign elite defensive linemen. Okay, that's a good point. Deron Payne, David Canny, Khalil Mack. You know, I want us to groom somebody from inside, though. Like, I like adding one of those guys anyway if we have cap space, but we need, like, a young, crazy guy like a Will Anderson or a Jalen Carter, in my opinion, someone that can grow with the young offensive line. However, that's not a bad call. If you can get, you know, C.J. Stroud or Young could be one of those players that you think you wish you would have drafted. But I like some of the quarterbacks that I think you can get after, a.k.a. Will Levis, Anthony Richardson, those kind of guys. But I like your theory as well, I got to say. You know, that's not a bad thing. Like, just get a sure shot, good QB to study under Geno for a year, maybe press him for a starting job. But nonetheless, Pickett drops back to pass. He has nothing. He scrambles. He's up to the 30, into the 25. Nice run there by Kenny Pickett. Picks up about 17 in a first down. If Pickett uses his legs, he can be a dangerous player if he can be a combo player. 3-0 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And Matt Ryan recently just threw an interception. It's 1st and 10. I wonder if the Colts will let us get DeForest Buckner somehow. That would be epic. Into the shotgun. A draw play action. Pickett sacked. Pickett goes down at their 29. Is what it is. In that scenario, we don't keep Geno because we save $31 million. Deron Payne will cost about $20. Jadeveon Clowney $10. I like this conversation. Khalil Mack $17. So trade for likely our 4th rounder or so. You know, I don't know. I mean, if we think we got a quarterback to go all out and then just go for it all, you know, maybe getting those players would be a good move. We have to see. I have to see how the draft shakes up. Najee Harris for 3 yards. We have to see how the draft shakes out, though. And, you know, I like going best player available again. You know, I don't know about Bryce Young. I mean, specifically just the size of him. But he is special for sure in his own way. I'm more on Team Stroud. Maybe get Stroud and Jackson Jigba there, you know, for 1-2. Have that 1-2 punch to pair with DK and Tyler. That could be nasty. And then search for defense later. But that's an interesting proposal. You're saying getting all those types of guys like Mack, maybe bring back Clowney. But we need some better edge setters for sure. Under pressure, they got Kenny Pickett again. He just doesn't have very good situational awareness, Pickett. Colts have an underrated defense. Maybe they do have a good rated defense, but, you know, they have some nasty players out there. And they're doing this without Leonard, of course. Terrible O-line play from Pittsburgh. But yeah, Pickett, he needs to learn how to call audibles and stuff like that. Steelers a punt. 5:11 left in the first quarter. It's 4th and 21. Steelers at their punting basically from their own 50. That's the blueprint that won us the first Super Bowl. We could pair Stroud and Jigba. I like that. Then use our second rounders to still draft good defensive tackles. Yeah, I like that too, man, because like we have so much draft capital 2 D tackles, 2 rookie tackles we take in the second or third. Yeah, maybe that Breesy guy out of Clemson. You know, he looks really good. But you're right. We don't have to reach at either. If we feel like Stroud or one of those guys, Levis, could be the guy, you know, and we're in the top 5 picks here, I could see it be very tempting for Carroll and them to take a CJ Stroud or something and then pair him with Jackson Jigba. I believe that's his name. But yeah, he had 300-yard game, Jigba, against Utah. You know, that's no small feat. And Stroud, I think, would work really well with the type of receivers we have. And he is a threat to run. And, you know, yeah, in that case, maybe you're not paying Geno Smith. Maybe you're letting Geno go, depending on how the season goes. But it will be hard for Pete to walk away from the steady hand of Smith right now. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that pans out. I'll be happy if we get Will Anderson as well, though. Trust me, no complaints. Yeah, exactly. This is a win-win for us. I mean, all of these draft picks, I mean, I can't believe Denver is faltering this heavily. You know, Denver is not going to improve. I don't think they're going to win many more games, if any more games. And it's absolutely just mayhem if we get a top 5 pick here. Because then coming back around in the second round, we'll also have a really, really high draft pick too. So that's kind of crazy. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. It's going to be a good game, though, tonight even though this is a scrappy game. These teams are kind of fighting for pride, you know. So, though it's not an NFC game, it's an AFC game, the implications aren't as huge for us. But it's going to be interesting to see, you know, that what happened yesterday, I mean, is a microcosm of what type of team that we are right now. Like, we're a team that's going to have ups and downs. We kind of already knew that. I think if I bird's eye view things, I think the Seahawks are in a better position than they thought they would be. As it's disappointing, of course, that the defense took that step back again, specifically coming off of a bye, when you get time to, like, assess things. I'm posting on your video today, our front 7 feels soft. Correct. What I mean is we get bullied. Yeah, up the middle running backs. Exactly. We're not getting pressure up the middle, and we don't have a dynamic defensive tackle that's strong enough to just, like, shed everything. And I'm gonna keep pounding the drum. Like, Barton's been an issue, man. He can't come downfield. And when Neal went out, you see that Josh Jones has his limitations. This is where we're missing Adams. We're missing dominant defensive tackles. And certain type of coordinators are going to take advantage of that and isolate your weaknesses. Here's Jonathan Taylor, scampers for about 6 or 7. But yeah, it's painful to watch those types of things, especially like back-to-back weeks. Leonard Fournette, you know, they did the same thing to us, and Seattle's not going to be able to get away from that as we get into playing more of these teams that have the type of ability at running back to just keep pressing us in the A gap and C gap. Another handoff there, goes for about 2. Third down, 4:20 left here in the first quarter. 3rd and 3. Colts in their own side of the field. They're going to be forced to throw here on 3rd down. Ryan's in the huddle. These when he was with the Atlanta was automatic back in the day. Of course, we shouldn't have lost to the Raiders, bro. We know that. That was horrible. But the non-fumble call was inexcusable. We should have got the ball there, and like all fans would agree. Ryan drops back to pass, doesn't have anybody. He's swallowed up. Matt Ryan is washed up. It was a bad Nicholas, but the issues we have are easily fixable. I mean, I think they are fixable, but I don't know how easy it is. It's more like this team has to make adjustments after it's too late. I'm missing the hurt in-game adjustments that I saw in the first half of the season. I do think that they can fix them this season, though. They just have to, understand what their strengths and their weaknesses are and not be stubborn. Offensively, too, running Ken Walker right at Crosby is just like a Y. Running him right at Chandler. Get some trickery, get some isolation going. We got a punt return here from Sims. Nice return here. He scampers to about the 40. Steelers will take possession of the ball late in the first quarter here. Let's see if they can get Najee Harris going, who's a great player. But yeah, it's just like how, like, I felt like that was kind of the classic Seattle, like, sink back there, try to, like, play in the zones and let a quarterback pick you apart, you know, in the middle of the field. It just really upset me, man, seeing that, more so than even the non-calls there that I feel cost us the game in the clutch. The run D was pretty good for the first quarter and half. What happened? I would say the same old things happened. Neal went down. Teams target Cody Barton. They target that right side of the field, and they isolate guys, get to the second level, and they block. And we're just not able to close the gaps. You know, we're too dependent on maybe some personnel that's just not fit for those types of plays. Like, hug the box and make Carr beat you with Adams. And why is Adams? Why don't we just make an adjustment and have Woolen follow Adams around in motion and you know, free, like, let Mike Jackson blitz off the edge and have somebody come in and take away Mac Hollins? Like, I just don't understand. But I am just a couch coach. I'm a juvenile, so that way, so I can't talk too much trash. Did you see the video of Darrell Taylor running on the field? Yeah, that summarizes a lot of it. It's like, what's wrong with bro? Like the situational awareness. Or I also saw another play of Mafe. Like, he looks so lost, and I'm big on Mafe, but like, you know, what are you doing with Mafe? Do you have him rushing off the edge? Are you making him a linebacker? Because it felt like he was always chasing Jacobs from behind. It's like, these guys don't necessarily know exactly where they're supposed to be, and I think that's what Pete was saying in the conference. He needs to get in the film room with these young guys and say, this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be here at this time, and if you're not there, you're not in position. And we were way out of position on so many plays there. The trick play to Hollins was a good play, you know, like, I'll give them that. But the out routes, the late breaking routes, the check downs, and letting Josh Jacobs go for that many yards is just crazy to me, as good as he is. Now, my hat's off to the Raiders for being aggressive, but it's like, man, like, you know, that has to be one of the worst run stop performances in the NFL the last few years. And, you know, you got Barton out there, you got Jones, you know, you're kind of weak there. You know, Diggs isn't playing his best tackling, but, like, you have a great, like, coaching staff and system that should make adjustments. You know, I look at a team like the Colts defense, you know, they got DeForest Buckner, but, you know, are they that much better, these types of teams, defensively? I mean, I don't think so. Maybe that's just me. I mean, they clearly have better D linemen. But what are we doing with Darrell Taylor? What are we doing with Mafe? What are we doing with Nwosu in a game like that? Play to their strengths. Overload this one side of the field. Like, switch it up, man. It's just crazy. I don't know. I can't root for the Steelers, man. I can't do it because of the Super Bowl that we had stabbed from us. There goes Pickens. Of course, I sat him for freaking Paris Campbell, and I need 15 points tonight. And my op is played out, and I've got Paris Campbell and Najee Harris. So I hope I made the right call. Probably didn't. But yeah, I can't root for the Steelers. I'm sorry, Steelers Nation. No disrespect to you guys. But that is funny what you said, Daniel. Like, Darrell Taylor running on a live play. Like, come on, man. What's good, Chosen One? Yeah, I can't root for the Steelers. Pickens play action, drops back to pass. He throws it to the Gatorade cooler. Kenny Small Hands Pickett throws it to the Gatorade cooler. He had Deontay Johnson on a breaking route, on an out route, or late post out kind of route. Who are you guys pulling for tonight? Anyone but the Steelers, I guess. It's not like that, but it is like that. 1 minute and 39 seconds in the first quarter. Pickett in shotgun. There's a draw play. It's not Najee Harris, of course. It's McFarland. Because Najee Harris probably has a broken ankle, ending my freaking fantasy season. Oh, Najee Harris is inactive. Great. That's good to know. I definitely lost then. That's insane. Here we go, Kenny Pickett. They're at their 40. Or at the Colts 40. McFarland's tackled for no gain. Maybe a loss of a yard. Freiermuth. DeForest Buckner is so good, man. Man, he gets such, like, the way he gets off blocks, that's what we need. That's why we need Jalen Carter, man. We need that type of player. Can just wreck a play. Inside. That makes your pass rush better. Kenny Pickett. Ooh! Drops it to McFarland in the flat, and McFarland gets lit up by McLeod Jr. Nice tackle there. Yeah, that was good diagnosis there by the Colts defense. Yep. The Colts with they can't get any yardage, the Colts. Jeez, man. They're in a tough spot. But anyways, tell me what you guys think, man. Like, what do you think is going to happen going forward for the Seahawks specifically? Like, if you're Seahawks fans, do you think that we can do our thing here and get a playoff spot, a secured playoff spot? Do you want the Steelers to win because we want them to at least get 4 wins? Yeah, it's true. It's true. I guess that, when we're taking away our personal issues, we got to look at draft position, draft capital, which we're looking really good. Yeah, that's what's going on, man. It's really amazing how 1 week can just change the whole mood of, like, everything. But, like, I think this is a resilient, I think this is a resilient Seahawks team. I think this team can come back from this. I really do. They just got to get their heads in the game. Offensively and defensively. Like, yeah, we put up points, but we left a lot of points on the board too, man. We really did. Like, and Geno taking the unnecessary sacks, the fumble on the missed handoff to Ken there, that was terrible. And the pick, and Geno was throwing some really bad balls in the middle of the field, like he was trying to force it in there. It's like, man, let's get back to basics, get guys open, and just throw the right reads. Keep Fant going though. Like, why don't we scheme him more? It's weird. Yeah, I'm good too. Daniel says my mood is still good. We are a young upcoming team. Sorry, guy. Let me read this again. We're a young upcoming team. I would love to make the playoffs, but I won't do it. Yeah, it is okay. 49ers are pretty much going all in. Exactly. Yeah, we need more tight end. Yeah, you're right, Daniel, on both counts. Like, we're not expected to make the playoffs this year, but I do think they can, and I said from the beginning of this channel, and I think they will. I really do think they will. You know what I mean? Like, I think we can win these next 2 games, and by the time the Niners are playing on December 15th in Seattle on Thursday Night Football, that's a short week for them. Coming off of a tough game, we might be able to be back in the division lead, if not sooner. It's a long season. Still got a lot of games. Nicholas is absolutely right, though. We need more tight end play. Those plays always seem open. It always seems like our tight ends are open. And I don't know why we don't just, keep doing that until they take it away from us. Pickett's in shotgun. Play action. Harris is back in the game, thank God. There's a nice play, Najee Harris. Thank goodness, because that gives me a chance to win my week. Ngakoue is a nice player, man. For the Colts there. He's everywhere. They're going for a field goal here. Matthew Wright. We're starting the second quarter here, 3-0 Steelers. Steelers going to kick a field goal here. Oh, and it's up, and it dinks in. Oh, doink, doink, doink. 52 yards. That was a nice kick. They work so well to make Geno look like he's picking people apart. You're absolutely right. Those routes or tight ends are open. They are always open, Nicholas. And we've got threats, right? Oh, did he miss? Oh, no, they did go in. That was crazy. Yeah, and it's like you see Fant there in those late developing plays as he sits himself in the deep zones. He's like, that's a threat. You got to converge people on him, or else he's going to make that catch, and he's a big target. So it's not easy just to pop the ball out of him. And I don't know why we don't use DK on the same type of routes sometimes. DK still kind of to the underneath stuff and the sideline only. Where's those deep routes? Remember the TD he scored against the Eagles in that big playoff game? Why isn't DK doing that? We have enough time to develop that stuff now. Yeah, we have 3 monster tight ends, and we have DK Metcalf, who you could count basically as 4, in a way. Yeah, like, why don't we, like, Daniel, you're totally right, man. Like, why don't we use DK on deep throws? Like, jeez. Drives me crazy. Bully McGuire 69. Let's go, he says. Shout outs to you, man. Welcome to the stream. Let's get it popping in here. Go tell some people this is popping in here. Yup. 6-0. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Bro, I have Najee and JT on my fantasy. Poor Najee and JT stuck on some dogs. Shit offenses. Basically, yes. I have Najee Harris, who's been terrible this year. To no fault of his own. I mean, he's been banged up. I think it was his foot, now his hammy. And tonight, bro, I need Najee Harris and Paris Campbell to combine for 15 points. Or I'm basically out of playoff contention in a half-point PPR. Got to win this upcoming Rams game, where I think we're out of the playoffs. I still don't think we're out, but we just have to win anyway, because the Rams, like, you have Allen Robinson now out. Kupp is out. They're down to, like, Cam Akers. I don't even know if Matt Stafford will play. We just have to win, like, to show that we are who we are. Yep, HB is totally right. The Jamal Adams stuff rears its head at this point in the season, where he could just come up and make plays. I'm sure we don't have 300 yards from Jacobs. We maybe, even if it's just 200, you win the game. And I think Adams is that good of a player. What was that throw? Ew, Matt Ryan looking like he doesn't even belong in the league right now. He needs to pick it up. Nicholas Newton says, got to win it. Yeah, I just alluded to that. Billy McGuire, that's my main positive from this game, is that the Raiders, is DK is getting a lot of targets. Yes, we got to get DK the ball like that, because he really can own players. Daniel Lewis says, on a positive, we can make the playoffs. I think outside the Cowboys, no one else will give us much trouble in the NFC. Cowboys, Ezekiel Elliott will get 100 yards, rushing yards, and Micah Parsons. I mean, they're a good team. Probably more complete roster top to bottom. There goes Jonathan Taylor for about 6. But Philly does not scare me. They have Philly, they do scare me because of Hurts and stuff like that. But they may be a bit of an overrated team. But I think we match up well against them. I do agree. We deserve the playoffs more than any of the wild card teams. All those guys suck. Yeah, it's early enough to, like, let's not trip out. It's still early enough. And we have a lineman down, I think. The center is down for the Colts, which is bad news for them. Sadly, looks like, guys, I hate the Niners, but the Niners are going to be an issue too. The Niners are definitely an issue. Like, none of us, a Seahawks fan, are clearly big Niners guys or anything like that, but they have a really dynamic offense. It's insane when you think about it. But they still have Jimmy Garoppolo, who's suspect against pass rush. Look, the New Orleans Saints gave Jimmy Garoppolo all types of problems. They could barely throw the ball or run the ball. So, that's going to be a good blueprint for how to attack them. With a passion. Yeah, fair enough, man. What do you think about Seattle's defense and why it's reverting back to its old ways? I don't think they're reverting back to their old ways as much as they just were not able to get the right scheme fit, and they didn't make the adjustments that they needed to make. It's like, make those adjustments in the game. Do not wait till it's over. You know, there's no reason that you should be giving up that kind of yardage in at home in that situation, despite all the atrocious calls that were made throughout that matchup, which I will not let slide. I will not let that Jacobs fumble slide. That's not forward progress. The Niners fans hate us with a passion. Every time there's a Seattle hater in the comments, yeah, they hate us now. And Denver Broncos fans hate us with slithering passion. Imagine being a Broncos fan coming onto a Seahawks stream. Basically stole years from those guys. It's like, man. But yeah, that's the rivalry, you know. But I think, like, I've hated the Rams a bit more recently just because of their, like, bot team. But the Niners, you know, it is what it is. Oh, yeah, what do you think about Seattle bringing the unis back? Yes, that's my favorite thing ever. I've been waiting for that forever, man. I've been waiting for the classic jerseys. I want to get the grays, you know, those gray jerseys, the large and style ones. So fire, man. So fire. I'm going to get me some of those as soon as they drop. Get that woolen. Ooh, that woolen jersey in the classic. Ooh, that'll be nasty. Ouch. Anytime you see a lineman go down like that, a big beast of a lineman go down, you know it's bad. You know the injury must hurt because those guys are tanks out there. Jeff Saturday, a coach here, you know, an interim coach here. I don't know what to think about that. Maybe at least he knows to run Jonathan Taylor as an option offensively. DK jersey going to be clean. It's going to be very popular. I'm going to go with something unconventional. I might get one just for the heck of it. But let me get a woolen. Let me get something random. Let me get a Abraham Lucas. Something beast. Matt Ryan in the shotgun. 3rd and 4. He's free blitzed. He shakes a guy off. He's looking to run. Matt Ryan. There's a flag on the play. I think it's a holding call. 10-yard penalty. Holding, number 72, Braden Smith. So it's 2nd and I don't even know what down and distance it is. Matt Ryan looking like a quarterback from 1987 right now with the tape on the Nikes, on the OG Nike cleats. Running like 4.8 maybe. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah. Primetime games this season have been dog schmeat. It hurts my head so bad, and it's not even my team. It's true, man. They have been all bad slated games. The Thursday night games in particular have been absolutely trash. And Sunday night games. But some of them have just been atrocious. Hack with a big punt. Not really, though. He's going to field that. Oh, and he goes backwards. What a dummy. Forgive me. I'm going to take a couple bites of these noodles. Look at this. Does that look savage? That's some like pad thai style. Forgive me. I'm starving. It's kind of funny how fickle some fans are. Everyone was loving Pete. I'm going to turn around the defense against the Chargers and the Giants. Now people are saying fire Pete. I'm not like that. It's one game. Like, it sucks, but there's so many games left. We could still win 10, 11 games here. Legit believe that. I'm Team Seattle. I'm Seahawks Prime. There's no way that this is a bad team. They just got to stop, like, having lapses. Pete's my guy. Pete knows what he has to do. He's going to right the ship, I believe. And I believe Seattle will win one of those games they're not supposed to, like the Jets or the KC Chiefs. Yeah, let's go Fins. Never hated on the Dolphins. The Dolphins, I think the Dolphins are a tough matchup for the Niners. Their coach knows them. You know, they can run the ball. Jeff Wilson knows them. You know, Jalen Waddell, those types of receivers, Hill, those are the kind of receivers that trouble that team. Guys that can do underneath stuff. It's 1 week. And it was a terrible week. And it set us back. But we need to do our thing. Yeah, my wife made that. That's that like pad thai, like with chili and like the tofu and stuff like that. I'm not a vegetarian though. But I got a lovely lady who's a hell of a cook. I'm very lucky. Tua smoked them. I think that'll be a good game. I don't think that they'll smoke. If I was a betting man though, I would bet against the Niners in that game. Even though the Niners have like the type of team that can grind it out, I think that the Dolphins defense will get to Jimmy like I do. And I think players like Waddell and Hill, just because they can do like end around stuff too, that's just a tough matchup for the Niners. Pickett drops back, throws a deep shot, and that's caught by Pickens. Oh, I should have played Pickens, man. Killing myself. I don't know what I was thinking. Pickens is really good. I was hoping that the Steelers would go down so big. Yeah, she did. The Harris? Let's go. Yeah, she can cook all sorts of stuff too. Like, she can cook like the whole spectrum of different cultures of food. She really can. When you play the Niners, you got to worry about their number one wide receiver, their number one. You don't have to worry. It's CMC. Ayuk is good, though. Let's not sleep on that. But you have to worry about Jimmy throwing interceptions that cost you, like, Super Bowls and NFC games. That's their main problem. You know, because he can't run. They wanted Trey to be that guy and Trey to run, which was justifiably. Pickens drops back. Najee Harris for 6. Third down. Steelers driving into enemy territory. Let's get into some of the comments here with my 3 friends in here. That's an A1 wife, made you some great food and left you in peace with your football. Great job. Yeah, it's not always like that though. Like sometimes I gotta give her more credit, man, because I spend a lot of time on this stuff, and you know, I just got to do a better job too. So it goes both ways. But shout outs to you guys for recognizing that. Benny Snell on 3rd and 2 gets stuffed. The Niners are a good team. Let me get into this here. We got another person in the chat. Shout out to whoever joined. The 49ers did struggle. They only scored 13. I think that will be their undoing. The Saints didn't have Cam Jordan. That's a good point. Like you said, it's a long season. We can catch them. It's true we can. Nicholas, that was a Daniel Dubb comment. Nicholas Newton says the Niners are a good team when healthy, which they seem to be getting healthier. That's facts. Nick, yeah, Ayuk is good. I seen him on Instagram. CB was comparing him to Ayuk, to Judy and Marty and DK. Yeah, they're not. He's not quite on that level. Ayuk is more of a CD Lamb level guy. Maybe a little under that, in my opinion. Yeah. I mean, DK, if DK was an ever... Bully said Amari is a dog, though. But DK, if he was getting targets. That's facts, man. If DK was getting peppered like Amari or Adams or anything like that, he'd be right up there, too. But if you look at DK's touchdowns over his first few seasons, I think he probably has amongst the most. More, he has more than even Jefferson. Jefferson is the best receiver in the NFL, in my opinion. Justin Jefferson. Then Devontae Adams, I guess, and then you get into like, what are you guys doing? For DK to get paired with those guys is disrespectful. Yeah, he is. DK is going to get his, man. He's patient. He's a real pro. And he's going to just get better and better. You know, especially if we get like a marquee offense going. He needs more shots downfield. DK needs some more go routes. Pickett scrambles. I think he's short of the first down, but they're in the red zone now. If you're actually watching this for the stream factor, it's 6-0. I haven't been doing a good job commentating. Steelers at pressing at the 10 in the red zone. We're in shotgun. And that's a handoff to McFarland, I believe. They're at the 6-yard line. Steelers, that is. Bully McGuire says, in fantasy, Diggs and DK saved my week. That's good. Daniel W says, would you see if we could hire Vic Fangio to be our DC next year? Or you want to give Clint Hurt another chance? With the ability, an elite player. I do want to give Hurt more time. Hurt's been great. Look at the roster we have. It's not that dynamic. We're doing this with like rookies, some types of vets. Najee Harris, touchdown! I needed that big time. Let's go. I needed that, guys. That was fantasy related. I'm not pro Steeler. But yeah, let Clint Hurt live, man. Clint Hurt's nice. He just gotta get the personnel. And you know, Clint Hurt. Let's talk about this. If Clint Hurt has D linemen like that, this guy's coming out of Chicago. This guy has Akeem Hicks type guys. If he has Khalil Mack power guys inside, that's what he does. That's Clint thing, and that's Clint's weakest part of the team right now. I'm not knocking Puna, Monet, Woods. Those guys are okay. But they're not those guys, you know what I mean? They're not Chris Jones. They're not Aaron Donald. They're not those guys. What I'm saying is, if Clint Hurt can get those guys, which they will be stacking up on those guys in the offseason, we could really see what this Fangio defense is about. And I know that Clint knows how to run it. He just needs the personnel. You guys agree with me? If you agree with me, holler, man. If you think we should move on, let me know. And that's why, Daniel, sorry, it's so rude to eat on this, but I have to. That's why, Daniel, you were saying before these other gentlemen joined the stream that we will go to FA and try to get those types of Fangio type guys, your Khalil Macks, those types of players, because they fit this scheme and how we can rush with those types of players. But it seems like we have like outside talent in Mafe, Taylor, as much of an idiot Taylor's been playing, you know, Nwosu. We got that kind of stuff, right? But it's the inside. You know, I don't mind Monet, and I don't mind Ford and those guys on run downs, you know, for some of the game. But for the whole game, you need more than those guys, man. And Shelby, I mean, God bless those guys are playing their hearts out. But like, you know, if you bring in Jalen Carter, you know, Khalil Mack, those types of dudes, man, this defense could be just legendary. Bearing we get solid at safety and will linebacker again. And I like that we're doing this with a young team. It's not a bad thing. Yeah, when we finally open up DK's Pandora box, look out world, exactly. Billy McGuire says it's crazy because when they throw to DK, it's confirmed catch. My guy always catches it, which, by the way, the refs, yeah, they don't want us to win. It's his first season with us, totally. Like his first season starting as a coordinator. Nick pointed that out. Daniel W says Khalil Mack is under contract for $27 million, but Chargers also have Bosa, $28 million due. I can't imagine they keep both. Totally. And at his age, you might be able to get him. $13-0 Steelers. 7:30 or so left in the second. Nicholas Newton says Nwosu is fire. I love that pick. That was the best free agent signing in the entire NFL. He's hit a little bit of a wall here, but I think he's getting doubled more. So Daylor and Nwosu, Daryl has to step up, man. We've been talking about that. Daryl Taylor, he has to step up, bro. I don't know what he's doing. Matt Ryan in his own 25. Looking to complete a pass. Jonathan Taylor finds some room. Jonathan Taylor, first down. Gets 11. Nice counter run there. Taylor says, feed me, man. Give me the ball. There it is. Daniel W. says, I wanted us to tank at the beginning of the year, but you checked me on it, and now I will be disappointed if we miss the playoffs. Don't worry, man. Many people thought that. Play action. Man, Matt Ryan can't get the ball to anybody. Tried a little out route to Michael Pittman that Levi Wallace broke up. Beautiful coverage. Where's Paris Campbell? He's in the slot, I guess. There's a nice screen. Jonathan Taylor making people miss. If we could get Taylor under the deer in a headlights vision and play well opposite Nwosu, good things could happen, Nicholas Newton says. And Nicholas Newton, as usual, is absolutely correct. He was supposed to be our marquee edge rusher. Zone run here. Taylor finds the C gap and gets across the 50. That's Jonathan Taylor and then Colts first down. Here's the question that's actually becoming possibly reality. Posed by Daniel W. What do you prefer, Will Anderson or Jalen Carter? Personally, I think good defensive tackles are always available in the second round. Meanwhile, edge rushers are harder to come by. It's really tough for me, man. I'm going to go on a limb here and say I prefer Jalen Carter because I think just from watching his film, he would fit what we need to do more than any other player, defensive player in the draft. Will Anderson looks pretty legendary, but I've seen that kind of happen before with these Bama guys, edge guys, just kind of be like pretty good but not epic. I think Carter is epic, and we need an epic defensive tackle like a Buckner that we can just like blow up some of these plays, man. Spread four wide there. There's and it's caught. And we have a first down here again, the Colts. So for me, it's Jalen Carter. But I say all that, I talk a big game. When we're on the clock there, and if Will Anderson is there, there's no way that Carroll doesn't do it. Although I do think that Will Anderson goes first overall. Nice play by Mike Pittman there. Campbell has a mismatch on the outside here. It's 1st and 10. Colts have the ball. They hand the ball off to Jonathan Taylor, who scampers for about 4. Wow, do I think the Texans pass on QB and take Anderson? Probably. I mean, it depends on how much pressure there is on their front office, right? Like, Davis Mills is okay, but clearly he's not going to be like a generational quarterback, but I think he's underrated. He's just got a bad team. I mean, Brandon Cooks is nice, but who else, man, you know? Second and 6, another handoff by the Colts there. Nicholas says, I'm still absolutely positively 100% for my man Geno. Geno did his thing, man. These losses are not on Geno Smith. Tampa, he needed to score a little bit more, but this is defensive issues. Matt Ryan looking for an open man. Can't find anybody in the flat. It's 4th down again. Matt Ryan just can't get his feet underneath him. Good pressure off the edge by Pittsburgh. Matt Ryan knocked off of his spot. Tries to find Mo Alley Cox in the flat. Nothing there. This Colts team is pretty bad. He did have some mistakes in the Raiders game. Geno. He did, but, like, you know what? He put up 34, man. It's true. But I still see a little bit too much of that, like, not diagnosing the edge pressure, letting the pocket collapse on him, and not having a hot read. He needs to audible when he sees the pressure. Him and Blythe need to get on the same page and audible to a nice outside run, or let the ball go in the flat to maybe a leaking tight end or something. I don't understand why on 3rd down they can't figure that out yet. You know, give Geno a bone here and let him have somebody open in a quick check down, not have to like fold when there's any edge pressure at all, man. It's just crazy to me. But it's a young O-line, you know, they're gonna just get better. But I still think Geno is nasty. He's been doing a great job. He needs to connect with DK in a little bit of a better way, and that be more threatening to people. Like they had a great game together, but Geno and DK need to hit people for TDs, man, and start stressing people out. That's what I want to see. I want to see like a 60-yard TD that stresses people out early in a game. If you can stress out teams, then they'll be like, we got to put some people over there, like, and then you can get some more stuff underneath. Then we have some other disappointments, like Eskridge has been a disappointment. I was vying for him. Where's Derrick Young? You know, where's Bo Melton? Where's the 3rd wide? I mean, shout-outs to Goodwin, who's making awesome plays, but he's not like an every down 3rd wide, you know? Yeah. Like, just run DK on that flashy route at least once a game. But you need to be able to run to get that in play action, I guess. That's their theory. But it's like, why not? Why not have DK jump for a post route for 60 yards against the team? Why not? Put it up there. See what happens. Kind of madness to me, but that's just how it feels sometimes when you're watching from the couch, you know what I'm saying? Feels that way. This is fun, though. Thanks for joining me, y'all. Don't have a ton of people in here, but it's been dope so far. Colts can't manufacture touchdowns. But a good field goal there is 13-3. I hate to say it, but I have bad feelings about Eskridge since we drafted him. I never thought he was a good pick, unfortunately. We're starting to see it. Yeah. I thought it was a high position to take D. Eskridge, but I did think that D. Eskridge would be able to at least produce, you know what I mean? Like, he just can't get the ball in his hands and he can't stay healthy. And it's just hard to, it's hard to fathom. But I guess your intuition was right there, Nick, about that. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Daniel W. said, if we ended up with this, the number 2 pick, what would you take for you to trade back down to 10th overall? To like 10th overall. I wouldn't do it at all for that matter. Would you do it to 3 first or a sec? I probably would if I didn't like who I was getting at 4 or 5. So if it's 4 or 5 and I don't get Anderson, Carter, Stroud, here's McFarland with a nice, ooh, and he holds on. That was a nice screen by the Steelers. They get out to the 40. If I didn't like if I was dead set on Will Anderson, I'm dead set on C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young, I'm dead set on Jalen Carter, and I don't get those guys, and I think I can trade down and stay in the first or the top of the second and get another third, I'll probably do it. But that all depends. A lot of this hinges on what our plan is for QB. 13-3 Steelers, 3 minutes in the second. And it's a nice throw there on the slant. I believe it is caught by Deontay Johnson. Says that makes sense. If we can draft a Hall of Fame player and they're there, you take them over the future picks for sure. But unless, yeah, exactly. That's my fear, right? He's a bust unless he can turn it around. That's true. Even if D. Eskridge has the talent, he needs to turn it around very quickly. Second and 1, they hand it off to McFarland again. What even is this? Okay, Carson Wentz over Matt Ryan. Yeah. What even is these throws makes me cringe. They're horrible to watch, though. The Matt Ryan throws are he looks like he's maybe throwing a mine in Call of Duty. Who do you think the Seahawks should target in the draft? A QB, or should we stick with Geno and a defensive line? And both. Get a QB, even if you get one later, because there's a lot of talent there. There's a lot of guys that are going to be talented. If they're going to learn behind Geno, that's fine. But I think if you're not dead set on one of those QBs, you don't go super early and you keep stacking this defense up. This might just be the year that we just wouldn't take any deal. It's true. We got a lot of capital, you guys. We got a lot of draft capital. And correct me if I'm wrong, we do have some free agency. Some cap space. If we let go of some of these fringe players that just aren't really doing their thing, you kind of kick some of those contracts out. Try to get $30 million going maybe, and buy another great player. Geno will be a good teacher, and I think he's doing good with Drew Lock on the sidelines. Drew Lock looks like he's engaged in the games. I don't know what the future holds for Drew, but whoever comes in is going to have to compete with Drew Lock. Bully McGuire says, makes sense, yeah. I think we should draft a QB, but stick with Geno another season for now. He deserves it. No cap. He does deserve it, man. He deserves his money, whether it's from us or elsewhere, because what Geno has done is epic. You know, it's definitely epic. Daniel W. says, if we don't want the top 2 QBs, a QB-needy team may try to sell the farm to get our pick, like Lance, like they did with the Niners and Lance, but then we will miss out on Anderson or Carter. It's true. But if you feel like you can get a value out of Breesy or some of these other DTs, you know, there's that center out of Notre Dame. There's a lot of good players. You know, we could get crazy, man. Now, Wes, we aren't talking about Mr. Locke. We can't talk about him in Nicholas's realm. Bully with the emojis. Yeah, we gave it to the Broncos no matter what, though. Yo, like if you're a Denver fans, you hate us forever. We mash you in the Super Bowl. We give you Russell Wilson for 250 million and like take all of your draft capital. I'm all about this Richardson call. Me too, man. I think he's gonna fall. I think people don't see how talented he is. He's got a lot to learn. That's Horace. That's funny. Pause. I would love to see Gino get a Super Bowl with us. That would be awesome. I'm all for it. Now, in this game, I need everybody but I need Najee Harris and everybody else not. And everyone's getting the ball except Najee Harris. Here's Benny Snell. Yeah, and we got Shelby and we got Fant, and they're doing their thing. We took the Broncos ring, now we take their future. It's really cold-blooded, man. It's actually quite insane. Good pass block there. Kenny Pickett trying to move the ball in the 2-minute drill. Seahawks and Geno Super Bowl is my dream. That's your favorite thing. Nothing makes you happier than Geno Smith winning a Super Bowl, and nothing would make me happier than that either. Seahawks could win a Super Bowl with freaking, I don't know, man, the dude from fucking Napoleon, whatever that show is. I'll be stoked. Uncle Rico. Steelers Najee gets 1,300 yards for y'all last season, and now y'all don't want to use him. Poverty. He comes from poverty. Najee Harris into the game. Oh my goodness, he trots out. Half of a hamstring and everything. Can somebody go on fantasy and see how many points Najee Harris has right now? Please. I can't see. Please tell me what he has in a PPR. Somebody check their fantasy. Help me out. What's Harris got? Kenny Pickett takes off. My friend is a Cowboys fan, and I always talk shit to him. If we play the Cowboys in the playoffs, we must win. The last time we played the Cowboys in the playoffs, we just crapped the bed, man. We got nothing going. Classics, first half Seahawks breakdown. We need to get them. Bully says, yeah, Steelers not. Oh, yeah, we already went over that. Nuke probably go down as one of the greatest trades ever, Denver said. It is, in my opinion, and going to be in the top 5 greatest trades ever. Daniel W. said, same. I would love to see Geno win a Super Bowl. I'm just a big CJ Stroud fan. And we can see him a 5-year. Yeah, if we can get Stroud, that'll be nasty, man. I got to admit. Steelers pressing at their own 20. Delay handoff to Najee Harris. Harris goes for about 3. At least he's still in the game. He's got 10.7. Are you in a PPR or a non-PPR? Oh no. Saw him limp off there. Same. I would love to see. Yeah, we talked about that. My friend is a Cowboys fan. Mine too. My friend Zach is too. He's got 10.7. Broncos fans were running their mouths all off season so this feels great, dude. Bully. Man, I'm going to do a whole montage of some of the earlier comments I got from Broncos fans, particularly this one really hostile dude who was super hostile and aggressive towards me, saying I was an idiot, a clown for thinking we could win this trade. We were the worst poverty franchise for giving up Russell Wilson. Man, I tapped in on them one time when they were like 2-5 or whatever, and was like, how's it looking now, bro? And I'm going to do a montage of comments that I got, because my channel got so many comments about people hating on me. It was hilarious. Kenny Pickett finds Deontay Johnson, and they're in the red zone again. I remember that clown. He's home crying now. Remember that dork, man? Remember that dude? He was cocky, man. That guy plays Call of Duty in his basement. He's got a freaking Elway jersey. Has never seen a game from the 90s in his life. Thinks he's the man because he buys a couple grams of weed and has some Slurpee money. There goes Najee Harris to the locker room just to ruin my fantasy career. There's Kenny Pickett. Pass broken up by McLeod Jr. He never responded to me, Daniel. He never said nothing to me. He came in and talked trash on like every one of my comments almost. And then when I came at him, he never said nothing. He probably deleted his account. Because now he's on some share. If I could turn back time. You know, he can't turn back time now. You guys guaranteed Russ, you know, $150 million. Yeah, man. I was so angry at the dude, man. Trying to call me a clown. Like, don't try to get personal. Here's Pickett sneaking. Oh, whoa. Be careful, Kenny. They're inside the 10. Kenny Pickett putting his neck on the line. 3rd and goal. If I could turn back time. If I could find a way. He's like, you know, I should Photoshop him with Cher on the battleship. Cher on that battleship in that video for you young bucks. Yeah, man. If he could turn back time, he would not believe that it's 2013 Russell Wilson that he traded for. He traded for 2021 Russell Wilson, who, bless his soul, is not the same Russell Wilson. You put him behind an equal or worse O-line. You give him Jerry drops Judy and freaking Cortland can't do up his last button Sutton. Dulcich. Nathaniel Hack job coach. And you think you're going to win a Super Bowl? GTFOH. Fuck out of here. Kenny Pickett pressing in the red zone. 3rd and goal. Drops back to pass. Fade. End zone. Oh, and it can't be caught because Kenny Pickett throws ducks. He had Pickens wide open. It's Seahawks country. Let's fly. It's Broncos country. Let's hide. Oh, man. So you know what? I thought the trade was bad for the Broncos, but not the worst, because what made it worse was the contract. Exactly. The contract really buried them. Yeah, I love Russ. Of course we do, historically, but he's been acting really weird. Like, Russ will always be respected for what he did for us. But yeah, the teammates don't like him because he's not being authentic about it right now. He's trying to sell his brand and not being authentic about it. If the Steelers kick a field goal, they're up 16-3, coming to the end of the 2nd quarter. However, apparently Russ only agreed with the trade because they had given him the contract extension up front. Yep. So when they factor that in, it's maybe the 2nd worst trade of all time. The extension was Denver, no brain front office. Yeah, man. What was Elway thinking? It's Broncos country. Let's die. It's Broncos country. Let's hide. Rawhide. Man, imagine being a Broncos fan thinking you're going to, like, be in contender. Not only that, you look worse than the Raiders. Yeah, I can see why his teammates don't like him, even though I'll love Russ forever. Yeah, like, I get it. I think he created a culture around himself that was not sustainable outside of maybe Seattle, you know. He was good at doing it in Seattle. Like, he really was good at, like, you know, even though he wasn't, like, the locker room guy, it came to the light, he was good at, like, being Mr. Seattle. You know what I mean? Then he gets out of Seattle and he tries to, you know, do the same thing over there, but it's just not the same vibe. And they're a big market team, so they have a lot less patience. It's hard to explain. Isaiah Rodgers returns the ball. He's at the 30, breaks a tackle, spins outside and gets down to about the 42. If Matt Ryan could only throw the ball still. I can't put it on celebrity. I think, or on Sierra. I think Russ was always this way. You know, but his legs have declined and he can't get outside and can't break outside blitzes. It's just kind of really limited his game. He could never see the middle of the field. So, you know, the deep ball needs to work. And Sutton is not Metcalf and Judy is not Lockett. And I've been pounding that drum since that trade was made. My daughter loves the Seahawks like me, but lives with her mom in an extremely high Denver fan base. Still wears her Seahawks stuff though. That's love, man. You got her. You got your daughter still repping. That's all that counts. It's Paris Campbell. Can you get open? Whoa, Matt Ryan lumbering. Dude, I need Paris Campbell to get like 2 catches. So annoying. You raised her properly. Sierra, stay with Future next time. The Toxic King. Hoodville. You already know, bully. The Toxic King. My daughter loves Seahawks like me. Lives with her mom in extreme. Oh, that was you, Nick. I didn't know your daughter lived in Denver. Shout outs to you, man, for being a great dad. I hope you all get along. Yeah, man. Trust me, as somebody who grew up with parents that are separated, and my father wasn't around, but he was around. He was there for me. Even every little bit counted. So, like, never have guilt about that because that's just how it goes. And, I believe that the daughters need to be with their moms, too. So as long as she's solid and you're tapping in and you care, that's all that matters, man. That's what they're gonna remember, man. Because that's what I remember, Oh my God, why do you? Oh, that's a pick play on Campbell. Father went to get the milk. He said, "I'm sorry to hear that, bro. I'm sorry to hear that." So much of our generation, that's what it was. Shout out to you getting her for Christmas. Legit question. If Russell had a year like this again next season, would he consider retirement and going into politics? I don't think so. I think Russell just play as long as he's able to play. Billy Moret says, I'll say one thing. I've been to Denver once, and Colorado is a beautiful state. Yeah, I'm sure it is. The Rockies are beautiful. Kind of probably reminds me of like a little bit of what Washington could be like. Maybe a bit more diverse. I've never been to Colorado, though. Pass it to Paris. Jeez. Man, they just won't find Paris Campbell. It's making me crazy. And Najee Harris is in the locker room. I'm like 3, maybe 4 points shy, and I don't know if I'll get Harris back in this game. Just crazy. Hopefully, Matt Ryan will just have to throw to win. Matt Ryan in shotgun. 11 seconds left. Low snap. God, Ryan, man. It's tough to watch. These are 2 pretty poor teams. Oh, cool, man. You ride motorcycles? That's cool. I can't ride motorcycles, man. It's too sketchy for me. I'm big into cars, though. Najee is in the locker room, and I only got JT. He has what? Oh, he has Mixon. I'm up 17 right now, but I'm nervous with Najee going out. Oh, he has Pittman. Yeah, bro, my no worries, man. I understand. There's a quick throw and a timeout. Might have put them in field goal range here. Chase McLaughlin. Wasn't he a Niner? Najee probably getting fluid, stretching, and restfully. Hopefully he'll come back for you. Maybe they just, if the game gets out of hand. Actually, the game's not out of hand yet, so they might. But the other running backs are running well, so I don't know what they have to. Damn, you got hit on the bike, man. Are you okay? Obviously, you're here, but almost everybody I know that rides bikes has like pins in them or a plate or something. It just seems so sketchy. Yeah, that happens, bully. I'm in a work league. This one league I'm in is a 10-man work league, and I'm scrapping. I'm just trying to hold on for dear life because I had so many injuries, man. Mike Tallman tries to ice them. So this game's been a slugfest here. mostly with the Steelers kind of bullying with McFarland, Benny Snell, Pickett making some good throws. You know, I think the Steelers are just a better coached team than this team, obviously. But, you know, where did Jonathan Taylor go? Why did they go away from him? It's really strange to me. This is a big kick here. It's over 50 yards. McLaughlin. It'd be big if he hit this, though, because then it's a game. But let's see what happens. They're lining up almost right at the Colts insignia in the middle of the field here to kick. All right, 59-yard attempt. Snap is away. Ooh, and it's blocked. Colts having a bad game. So Nick says, yes, I got very lucky. It was a tiny car, no pins or broken bones, but still, I'll definitely never forget it. Absolutely. You're really lucky because, you know, not everyone's that lucky. It's almost like your offense plays better when you give it the ball. Who would have thought? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when you give JT the ball, you have a chance to win. Amazing. What a freaking miracle. Matty Ice is no longer Matty Ice, man. Matty Ice is just now Matty. He's no longer Matty Ice. He's now just Matty. You know, he had a great run, a great career, but he's got a noodle arm. He can't set his feet to throw anymore. He's not seeing reads. He's spooked out in the pocket. I'm seeing guys open here, like watching on TV. I know it's easier said than done. I don't have freaking JJ, TJ, QJ Watt coming at me. But, bro, just throw a nice, quick, short pass to somebody that's open. Jeff Saturday, this guy belongs in a CBS suit. What are you doing, man? Mike Tomlin's like, yo, I'm going to smash these busters. Anyway, it's halftime. Should I go get more noodles? Complete poverty. Yeah. So let me break it down. Every time Matt drops back to pass, his feet look wobbly, and every time he has an open receiver, he misses it. Yes, dear. I'm here. Yeah, I'm doing a football stream. Yeah, I'm talking to my fellow football friends. Yeah. I'm talking to them through the phone. Well, I'm on YouTube and I'm talking to them as I watch the football game with them. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. I think it's crazy too. Is it cool? Yeah. All right. Oh, really? Yeah. Awesome. Do you like the Seahawks? Yeah. Yeah, they know that it happens. Okay, baby. Good night. Bye. Yeah. So as you can see, I'm a dad too. No. Yeah, thank you. You already know, man. You already know what time it is. Maybe I'll go get some more noodles, man. My stomach is poverty. I've been eating enough. They're doing the recap. Chris Berman. Oh, Trevor Lawrence. That was a nice throw. Trevor Lawrence can make some nice throws, man. He's been underachieving, but like with the right offense, he can do some things. Oh man, I'm just another Pops. Thank you though. Shout outs to all the parents. This Mike White guy was nasty in this weekend. He was good last year when he came in, didn't he? Man, Garrett Wilson's nice too. Yeah, Chris Berman's like the soundtrack of my He will go all the way. Guy's such a legend. Jets are nasty, man, for real. The Jets are savage. I love the Browns beating the Bucks. As bad as this weekend was for us, it's like, I think we're better than a lot of those wild card teams. You guys hang in there. I'll be right back. Hang on. Just had to go grab some more of those noodles. They were too bomb, guys. All right, let's see what's good in here. Hey, bro, happy to see you around. The volcano that I lived on erupted. Oh, my God, bro. I didn't see that, man. Are you okay? Fat Daddy Sacks, the volcano erupted, I think it's on Big Island. Hawaii. Yeah, stay safe, bro. I hope you're good, man. Let us know if you need anything, fam. Yeah, so Nick, Zach Wilson's benched. He got benched for some comments and just not playing well. And they brought in that Mike White guy. And he went off. 3 TDs, no picks, 300 yards. And he used Garrett Wilson. And Elijah Moore had TDs. It was out of control. So Fat Daddy Sack says, so my focus is not being able to keep, so I'm not able to keep focused today. So far the lava is headed away from me, but just staying focused on that because got a lot of animals. Yeah, man. Yo, come through soon, bro. But yo, seriously, holler if you need anything from us, bro. The community's got you for sure, man. For real. There's no way that Wilson gets a start next week after that performance by White. Let's pray for our boy, Fat Daddy Sacks, man. And all of his animals and stuff. He's a cool dude, man. That's our boy. That shit's more important than any of this. Yup. This is the homemade noodle, kind of pad thai rice noodle stir fry my wife made. It's kind of amazing. I got like the chili in there too, the chili paste. I'm a big fan of Thai food, Vietnamese food. Big fan. I like Mexican food too. Everything, soul food, African food. It's all good. I'm sorry. I just been eating so late, like I can't eat too late anymore. Once you get to my age, because you know me, like I'm the type of guy. That asada. I'm into that, bro. Yeah, Mexicans, they got the goated food, man. Hey, what's up, Grossi? We get raided. Okay. Why we got 105 people? That's funny. This stream gig, kitty cats go meow. This is funny, man. Why you guys raid? You wish you could raid this? Oh, it was a Niners raid. Much love. Hey, shout out to everybody. Go Lions. They got a sub. What's going on here? I don't even know what this is, man. Am I late? You guys are dope, man. Thank you for coming in here. Raid. I'm down with the raid. Hey, thank you. Raid the fridge. Raid that. Raid that right there. Yo, you guys are making me crazy on here. Much love. Shout outs to everybody, man. He said Green Bay. He said go Pack go. What else we got in here? Grossi Posse Raid. Tom Grossi. Yeah, that noodles, man. That's that pat like my wife's noodles. Sub this man, depressed Packers fan. Shout outs to you, man. Grossi Raid. I've never heard of this. This is freaking amazing. Gino over Matt Hasselback with the eye. Where's his fridge? Sealer's going to the Tank Bowl. Holly Winchell, thank you for the $2. Hey man, much love. Gino is better. Much love, Mikey O. Stringfellow Hawk. Garbage Dinner Gaining Dad Pool. Mikey O. We got Zam Tomko. Go Pack Go, he says. Yep, Seahawks. Seahawks fan here, Clinton. Grossi Goat. Grossi Noodles. Grossi rhymes with Posse. Fins up, Stringfellow. You guys are having a good. Go get the Niners for us, Fins. Christopher Conrad says, feed me. Mike Yo says, let's go. Gino, G. Nice noodles. Cheers, bro. You seem like a great dude. Try to be, man. I'm trying out here just watching this game. I'm better than Matt Ryan's throws, that's for sure. $5 holler from my man. It's real cheese. Hawk's going to be good in 24, mark my words. I think so. I still won't forgive the thriller of the NFC Championship. See you in week 17. Man, that was amazing. That was so cool. I've never experienced anything like that. Shout outs to you, depressed Packers fan. Jordan Love was kind of looking nice there at the end, bro. I don't know. He was kind of looking nice. Dogs over Cougs. That was pretty nasty to see our Huskies take out the Cougs. No disrespect. The fail mayor. That was really dope. Everybody that did that, that was cool, man. I'm going to have to research what that even meant. But having all those people raid the channel like that was really sick. Jordan. Jordan Love, he was like, man, thank God I get another opportunity. And he threw some nice throws, man. But I don't know if Jordan Love, I don't know, man. Yeah, see you in week 17 for sure. Civil War. I'll check out Tom Grossi for sure. I'm okay. I'm just a little shocked because that was crazy. That was really cool. Oh, dope. So So Tom Grossi, I have seen his channel. He said y'all over here for a raid just to pump up my channel. That was freaking fire, man. So Tom Grossi getting my support. That was really cool how he did that. That's awesome. Yeah, so my channel, Seahawks Times, I try to get in depth about the Seahawks, the NFL in general. There's a lot of dope Seahawks channels out there. There's a lot of dope NFL channels out there. I just, I bring you into my basement sometimes. I get into the nitty gritty. I've been a Seahawks fan since 1988, since I was a small child, and I've been really repping the team. I'm not a newcomer, and I do respect all NFL lineage and history. So I really try to bring unique, introspective content about the Seattle Seahawks, so other fans of other fan bases and Seahawks fans alone can really get a little bit more that might be offered out there in media, as well as local Seahawks media. Looking like Dak Prescott. They did tell me that kind of looked like a low-key Prescott. Too bad more didn't hit them. That's okay, man. I'm not worried about that. People will come to the channel naturally if I just keep making good content. And I rarely do game streams, but I thought tonight I would do a live stream because it's a lot of fun. We got the Steelers game, Steelers here, the you need to run Jonathan Taylor Moore Bowl. Back from when they were bad, born and raised Packers fan. Yep. So I was with the Seahawks and they were bad for majority of my life until Holmgren came through and started changing the culture. I mean, yeah, when I was really young, those larger teams were different. But yeah, as a 40-plus year Packers fan, man, you guys know about history, ups and downs, what it takes. Whoa, we got a big kick return here. He's on the open field. One man left to beat. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. Oh, and the Colts, nice kick return to their own 20, maybe their own 18. See who that was there. That was a big play because they haven't been able to move the ball in the air or on the ground. Yeah, the 80s were tough years. The 90s were tough too. And I remember just a lot of that QB juggling was really tough for Seattle. Whereas in Green Bay, there was some interesting times too. But, they have some GOATs, man. In Green Bay, they've had some amazing players play there. Seahawks were pretty bad in the 80s and 90s. We had some great players throughout the years, but no really good teams. Yeah, we had some amazing like some Hall of Fame level players, but it was the teams that took until the Holmgren era to put together the teams. Matt Ryan hands it off to Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor scampers out right for about 3. Yeah, Mikey O, thank you, man. Cortez Kennedy, a legendary Seahawk. I remember Bering tried to move the team. Yeah, that was annoying. Reflect the Sun, West, go Seahawks. Steelers win helps Denver pick for sure. Kenny Easley, legend. Galloway, we've had a lot. We've had a lot of really good players. Steve Largent, probably the greatest. Walter Jones. Matt Ryan makes the right decision and hands off to Jonathan Taylor again. Taylor scampers to about the 12. They're in the red zone. They're pressing, but it's 3rd and 2. Kurt Warner, hell yeah. Alexander, Ryan Blades, Kenny Hamlin. People still in here from that Grossi raid. I got to go and comment on Grossi's channel after this stream. Tell Tom Grossi I thank him so much for bringing some more attention to the Seahawks Times. That was really cool, man. That was really, really dope of him. Shout outs to you, Clinton. Who's your team, Clinton? You got a sub, man. It's not only about Seahawks on my channel. It's about football. Grossi is a big dub. Matt Ryan. 1st and goal. He's in the shotgun. Hands the ball off to Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor scampers in, touchdown. And it's a touchdown for Jonathan Taylor off the counter. And it is now a very close game. 16-9. Will they go for 2 for no reason because they're crazy? No, you kick a field goal here. Yeah, go to Tom Grossi's channel and give him a thanks for shouting out the Seahawks times, because that was really cool. I don't know how that guy knows my channel at all, or if I was just randomly selected, but that was really dope, man. And I am all about putting on other YouTubers and streamers that bring up this content here, because we all love football and we all have our teams, you know what I'm saying? And I watch a lot of smaller channels too, and a lot of bigger channels, and I just watch what I like. I watch the content I like, the personalities I like, the people that make me feel good and invigorated about football. That's what I do here. It's 16-10 Steelers. After a great kick return and a nice drive, they give the ball to Jonathan Taylor. Finally. Yeah, that was really, really cool and heartwarming. I was shocked. Y'all saw me. I was like, what's going on? He raised live feed with small viewers at time. That's so cool, man. If my channel gets to that level, I'm definitely going to remember that and pay that forward, because that was a really, really unique experience. These halftime raids are fire, man. That was super cool. I was like, what's happening? I was like, are my wife's noodles that good? Everyone's like, damn, I already got noodles over there. Your fourth or fifth room. Okay, that's really cool. Stringfellow Hawk, man, that's really dope. Have you been there? Have you seen my channel before? I'm interested. It's pretty low key. Like, I gotta make more content, but as you guys may have heard, I'm a family guy. But I'm really trying to keep it going and keep it alive. Not purely for monetary. I really just want to have a really, really good, solid Seahawks channel, an NFL channel. That's really been a dream of mine. Yeah, thanks for subbing, man. I appreciate that. I really get on my business here. You can smell the noodles through the phone. Like, you can smell them internationally. Let's go, JT. That should have confirmed the W. For you, I still need Najee Harris to exist. You won your fantasy week. Yeah, that's a nice team you got there, man. I had bad injury luck. I don't even touch fantasy on my channel much, because I want to just make it a real football channel before I branch off. If my channel goes over to like 10K subs, maybe I'll make a fantasy based channel separately, but I like to separate the two. I don't mind talking about it here, but I like to differentiate that, because I think there's a lot of already dope fantasy preview channels and stuff that do just a great job of like breaking down fantasy and daily and DFS, you know. But I got my own perspectives on fantasy, that's for sure. I've been playing for 15 years, maybe more. Well, shout outs to Tom Grossi. You know, he's got a fan out of me for that. Like, I already liked the content. I just didn't know that's who that was. I thought it was like some sort of a spam rant. They're like, yeah, my team is Dak Prescott, Jonathan Taylor, Joe Mixon, Stephon Diggs, DK Metcalf, Dalton Schultz, and Hollywood Brown. It's pretty dope, man. That's pretty dope. This is my first year doing it in a 12-man. Oh, okay. Yeah, man, I mostly play 12-mans. PPRs. That's been my thing historically. Okay, here's the kickoff. And we have 13 minutes left in the third. It's 16-10 Steelers in Indianapolis, Indiana, home of the Indy 500. And home of, I don't really know what else. The Hoosiers. Lisa Salter looking sharp. Lisa coming through with the power suits at all time. Yeah, I got lucky because my team started off a bit worse. Bully McGuire says, but I finessed someone for JT. That's good. Kenny Pickett drops back to pass, and it hits the ground. And this is Deontay Johnson, is 2nd and 10. Sweep nowhere. What's up, my guy? There's my guys in here. Yeah, we got a Grossi raid. We got a Tom Grossi raid who shot out the channel at halftime, and we got raided, and that was fun. All of a sudden, there was like 200 people in here. It doesn't look like Harris will return to the game, much to my dismay. But yeah. Just chilling. Yeah, we're just in here, man. Hands off again, and he stopped short, and that's 4th down. I think that's 4th and 2. If you can get yourself a defensive tackle like DeForest Buckner, you can win some games. Me, I'm down. I'm down, bro. I'm down like 4 points. All I needed was Harris to have like 4 more carries, or I need Paris Campbell to get 4 points, which is insane. Yeah, that Nicholas, I was like, whoa, man, the channel's doing big numbers all of a sudden, but it was thanks to Grossi. I was like, damn, what's going on? It was like, people were like, Finns Nation, Steelers Nation, go Hawks, go Hawks. They were like, go Pack, go, go Pack, go. I was like, yo, what's going on? That was freaking hilarious. Damn, bro, that's terrible. I do think Paris Campbell, he can get 4 if Matt Ryan can even release a pass. Paris Campbell can get 4 points. I see. I was on another channel, but familiar with Grossi Packer Nation. Yeah. Damn, bro, that's terrible. Yeah. Sygen, Reflect the Sun is in here, my folks. I was like, seriously, what the... Yeah, it was really crazy, man. Reflect the Sun, if you weren't here, so we got a raid. We had a raid from the Tom Grossi channel, and then all of a sudden there was just like 200 people in here just dropping comments, spamming comments, dropping super chats. It was like, what's going on? I didn't know that he did that. Apparently he just shares channels, small channels like mine at halftime. Any insider information on Lamar? That was so fun, man. It was a cool raid. Dinner looked yummy too. Yeah, my dinner was crazy, man. Wifey came through with this crazy, like veggie pad thai style, with like the chili and the, oh man, it's so good. Bok choy, just amazing. Just delicious. So that's that. I gotta go thank my wife after this. Go get her some wine, maybe some ice cream. She's been killing it. We raided another channel before you, and the guy was ranting and never noticed. That cracks me up, Clinton. That is so funny. He was just like, what was it? What was he a team of? He's a Giant. He's a Giant. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Yo, it's peanut, it's everything. He was just like, and you know what else I can't stand about Coach Dable is how he just doesn't recognize Saquon Barkley is the best. And he's just losing his mind the whole time he's getting just raided. He's like, if Danny Jones misses one more receiver. I'll be getting on a rant. He's a Giants fan. Pardon me. He's a Giants fan. No wonder he's ranting. It's like, how can you be such a great team and be so terrible at the same time? Only the Giants, man. Shout outs to Coach Dable, though. He's good. But that cracked me up that level of raid was happening, and he just had no idea. Pad Thai is the bomb. You're just going in on Tom Brady. He's like, I can't stand Tom Brady. I hate his glasses. I hate his haircuts. I hate everything about him. So funny to me. That cracked me up. Oh, he had the Jeremy Shockey. Yeah, Jeremy Shockey was a legend. Here's Matt Ryan throwing to everybody except for Paris Campbell. As usual. Bully McGuire says the Cardinals are the definition of the most talented trash team I've seen for sure. Even though they lack in so many departments, you have to think they could play better football. And I'm by no means a fan of that team. You respect them most? Yeah, I cannot. I can't give it to the Niners or the Rams, man. It's just too much rivalry. But I don't like Kingsbury either really now. Pardon me. Matt Ryan drops back to pass. He has a receiver. Oh, and it's caught. Who is this guy? Looks like a lineman. Woods. Is that a tight end or a defensive tackle? That's a big boy. Yeah, I've seen this guy before. Cards need to be fun. Yeah, they don't have good coaching, Stringfellow Hawk. That's true. There's a handoff to Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor muscling his way. Breaking tackles. He's over the 50. What an animal. JT is a beast. Yeah, the Cards, it is disappointing, man. Larry Fitzgerald, probably my favorite non-Seahawk player ever. Matt Ryan hands it off to Jonathan Taylor again. Jonathan Taylor getting pushed for probably about 3 yards. They're in enemy territory. Okay. I think Lamar should leave the Ravens and come to my Hawks. That would be lovely. I would be on board with that. Clint Simmons says at Saigon, used to go to a restaurant on Aurora Ave, North Thai, Pad Thai, sadly closed down. Yeah, there's so many dope restaurants like that in Seattle. Ryan finds Paris Campbell. Paris Campbell fighting for yards. There it is. That's what I need. I need like 3 points from Paris Campbell, guys. If he doesn't get it, I'm going to go crazy. You know, Seattle has so much good Vietnamese food, too. Just good food in general. Jonathan Taylor stopped short on 3rd and 1. I think it'll be 4th and 2. Looks like they're in 4-down territory. Yeah, Lamar's contract will be so expensive. He'll probably be the highest paid quarterback. I do not see the Seattle Seahawks trading for Lamar Jackson when at this stage in his career, as amazing as he is, you could probably go with Anthony Richardson in the draft, KJ Jefferson. Maybe you look at CJ Stroud. You've got so many options on far less deals. I just don't see it happening. Yeah, but Bully, I still need more from Paris. Oh, Matt Ryan sneaks and dives. Quarterback dive. That was dope. Paris is at 3 points now. I just need one more. But maybe not. Because if it's only 10.7 and I need like 14.8. Yeah. Do you not live in Washington anymore? You don't have to tell us where you live. Go Hawks. But anyways, yeah, it's there's some awesome food in Seattle, man. I was just downtown with a friend the other day, just eating. It was freaking awesome. There's Matt Ryan. He finds a big giant man. I think his offensive pass interference. No, it's defensive. Word. So you're still in Washington. That's cool. Philly. Oh, Philly's got its own style of food, though. You got those cheesesteaks. Eating that Geno's. The prison loving. You already know. If you ever get to Olympia, the Akasik food trailer is a must. Southern Indian American fusion food. Ooh, that sounds good. I'm really big on Indian food, too, man. It's really bomb. Sajin says that Clint Simmons, sorry guy, I will move there in 2 years' time and send it express to you. Shout outs to you. Billy McGuire says JT back to being that top 5 RB. Everyone give him back respect for sure. He never left. You just got to give him the ball. This Woods guy is doing really well. Harry's is a great little spot on Capitol Hill. Is that Ty? Raised in the woods of PA. Shout outs to you. Shout outs to Pennsylvania. My sister's dad is from the more. He grew up in Los Angeles, in Compton, California, but moved out to Delaware and Philly when he was older. So they got roots there. They're all Eagles heads, unfortunately. You won't believe the hate JT's been getting in fantasy this season. Of course he has. Because he hasn't been getting the ball, man. Jeff Saturday comes in, and then all of a sudden they're like, why don't we give Jonathan Taylor the ball? Paris Campbell lined up outside. We have Pittman and Pittman in motion. We're in the red zone here. Matt Ryan, he finds Pittman. Ooh, no. It's 3rd and 7. Pass broke up. That's correct. Nice little drag row, but it was read kind of nicely. Just a bad throw. It was behind him. Devin Bush. Kind of, yeah, this is a bad throw. Colts are pressing. They're at about the 20. Taylor's back in the game. Trips right. Paris Campbell comes in motion. Goes back into the trips. Ryan snaps the ball. He's looking for Campbell here for sure. Nope. He finds Woods. Ooh, and it's 3rd and... I guess it's 4th and 1 there inside the red zone. Probably about 15 yards out. Maybe 14 yards out. Saturday looks like he's going for it. Jeff Saturday looks like Tom Hanks in a late 90s movie about romance and mystery. Clip that and upload it, and people will follow my channel. Jeff Saturday looks like Tom Hanks, maybe 10 years after Sleepless in Seattle. We've got a field goal attempt coming up here. You've got mail. I haven't seen TJ Watt tonight. Whoa, we got an offside. We might have an offside. Yeah, that's offside on the Steelers. On a 4th and 2, the field goal would have counted, but that's going to be a first down. FTR. It worked out exactly how I thought it would for the Rams. They built up the team. They mission accomplished. They got a Super Bowl. But quickly, those contracts and those egos and the actual age of a team catches up to you very quickly in the NFL. That's why it's called Not For Long League. And now they're looking like one of the worst teams in the NFL because they kind of just blew their whole stack, rightfully so, to stay in the window. But they overshot again this season without having the depth at position that's needed to be a dynasty. That's what happened there. Saturday looked like the king of Polar Express. For sure he does. He definitely does. Jeff Saturday looks like the king of Polar Express. Matt Ryan hands the ball off to Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor is inside to about the 6. The 2nd and goal. Rams are burning now. Yeah, they were so dominant and powerful that season that then injuries, reality bites on any NFL team. Without Kupp, they're just not even close to the same team. He is that good. Matt Ryan, I think, has had a bump shoulder the whole season. Allen Robinson now out for the year. They've just had a myriad of injuries. Here we go. Here's Matt Ryan. Throws it out of the back of the end zone. 3rd and goal. A Paris Campbell TD would be nice here on a rub route. You see Matt Ryan in shotgun. He just can't get his arm going. He just looks really slow. He had Paris Campbell wide open. Doesn't make any sense. What a catch. Oh, no, that's pass interference. This Woods guy is a weapon because he's like an Ent from Lord of the Rings. He's like a giant tree with hands. So let's see what's going on here in the chat. That Saturday looks like Kane Hodder for Friday the 13th to me. That's what Side just said. Oh my God, these are awesome. What does Jeff Saturday look like? Is its own freaking video. I'll just put, you know how I do those like little cheesy graphics in my videos of like players and stuff. We can do a Jeff Saturday version. Mink all over, all minked out. Got all the mink on him. Fumble. That Ryan falls on the ball. Oh wait, they say it's Steelers' ball. Or was it forward progress? Yeah. Zing. This Colts fan looks like he's ready to move out of the state of Indiana, which he might want to do anyway. That's a fumble by Taylor. Ryan falls on the ball. Why doesn't he have possession? Oh my gosh. That's pain. That was a JT fumble, I think. Even though it was Ryan's fault, I think. Just painful. Mike White just took starter's job from Zach. He did. We talked about that earlier. And he looked nice. Mike White is a good quarterback. He is good. I'm just gonna say it. He finds the good, talented players and lets them use their legs, so they get intermediate routes to more deep stuff. Deep intermediate to Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore. That's what those guys can do. Zach Wilson wasn't able to recognize that. Mike White does recognize that. Mike White is like a more mobile Joe Flacco. He's looking nice. I'm kind of mad about it because we still have to play those guys. Good thing we play the Rams twice. I'm about that. I think so. I mean, they might review if it's Steelers ball or not, but Ryan might get possession because if he fell on it and he was touched, he ruled down. So let's see. If you're the Seahawks, though, that just automatically goes to the other team. It's not reviewable in any means or nature at the most important part of the game. I'm not salty, I swear. Had to be there. Yeah, so maybe Mike White fades, but he has weapons now, though. Garrett Wilson and those guys, man. You get Elijah Moore going and Garrett Wilson, things change quickly because those are different players now. That's just my opinion on it. I'm not saying he's going to be freaking Mahomes, but he could be more than Wilson, that's for sure. What? Donald's not going to be playing against Seattle? Is that true? I can't wait to do that injury report. I should start doing those injury reports kind of like Brandon Nelson does. I like how he does those. He goes through them. I kind of want to do my own version of those, but I like how he does that. He brings up the screen and, he's just like, here's what's going on. Yeah, Breece Hall is a savage. People don't sleep on K9 either. Ken Walker's still savage. They just got to start blocking the right protections away from these dominant players. Here goes Benny Snell. Oh, that's on Jonathan Taylor. He just didn't grab it. He was seeing stars. He was already seeing stars. And Ryan, you got to fall on that ball, man. That's hard to watch. But we just did that. Gino just did that to K9, but there was more of a read option style fumble against the Raiders. Kenny Pickett backed up to his own 15. He's in shotgun, single back. He hands the ball off to Snell. Snell is wrapped up. It's 3rd and 3. Yeah, Brandon is just, I don't know him, but I like the guy. He seems super just himself. I have a different personality, of course, but all I care is that people are themselves. And that guy, I think his very matter of factual style is often mistaken for being drab and stuff like that. He's just a very matter of fact, call it like he sees it person. I just do it. I just am myself. Shotgun, no backs. Kenny Pickett throws a strike. And it's incomplete. Someone was saying, like, Pickens can catch all the crazy throws, but he can't catch the easy ones. That's what he needs to work on, the easy ones. He got his arms ready the wrong way for that. Pickens is definitely very talented. Taylor was banged up for part of this season. Deion Jackson was running for him. They traded Hines. He was punting it away. Ball's caught at the 55 by the Colts. Tight game here. Yeah, Mike Wallace style. Totally Mike Wallace. Bro. Stringfellow, that was a crazy call, man. That's kind of a Pickens style. Mike Wallace. Maybe not as much deep speed. Yeah. You're brushing your teeth. I'm still talking to my football friends. Okay. Love you. Bye. Yeah, Mike Wallace was like really dope. Mike Wallace was really good, but couldn't catch the every down stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, I'm just saying like String, I was just saying the punt. The punt, they're at their like 45, pardon me. Sorry. The 55-yard line only exists in Seattle. Come back and subscribe, bro. Hey, thanks for that, man. That raid was dope. That was really cool. I learned a lot on that. Had 2 routes, post and fly. That was it for Mike Wallace. He was a good player. He played well for Steelers, played well for Dolphins, but had 2 routes. That's true. Pickens has a more diverse route tree, but needs to get better hands on the comeback routes and the back shoulder stuff. Then he can be a good player. I also think it's partially how the style of which Kenny Pickett throws the ball. Pickett throws the ball really kind of with a lot of heat, not a lot of finesse. Because he has those smaller hands, he really just works on gunning. So maybe they'll get some synergy together and become a combo. When K9 is standing next to Dino before a play, it's the same thing. When Carson was standing next to Russ, everybody knows you're going to hand it off. I wish they would change that up. I just wish that the run style was more conducive to K9 style, where you can cut, isolate a linebacker, and then cut back inside or outside. That's where he's most effective. Not trying to power run A and C gap against Crosby and Chandler Jones and freaking all these beasts. It's like, come on, man. Stupid. We don't have the interior line for that style. Knew he was leaving Pittsburgh when Ben overthrew him on primetime. Yeah, it was done. That's when Wallace was out of there for all you old heads like me. Chiefs did a lot of handoffs to Tyreek in motion, for sure. But why not? We still haven't been able to find that player. Seattle tried to draft that player in Eskridge, hasn't developed. They tried to get that out of Percy Harvin, never developed. It's hard to find that. There's not a lot of Deebo Samuels and Tyreek Hills in the universe. Matt Ryan, shotgun. Paris Campbell in the slot. You got Pierce outside and Pittman outside. He looks for Pittman. Oh, and he finds Woods. I guess they're going to give him catch progress there. This Woods guy got to be 6'9". Looks like a power forward. Galloway, yeah. I guess so. Galloway for sure, but he was a different style, like not a stout guy that can turn into an RB, you know? Totally true, man. CFL does have some underrated, like shifty, slotty kind of motion guys. Yeah, Joey was speed, man. Play action. Finds Woods in the flat again. This is the only guy Matt Ryan sees. It's hard to miss him. Homeboy looks like the Green Mile. Bro is bigger than freaking... Looks like the Jolly Green Giant. Bro is huge. Paris Campbell, please get one more catch for your boy's fantasy future. Paris Campbell. Rest in peace, Michael Clark Duncan, for sure. Guy was a G. They got trips right. There's Paris Campbell. Caught by Woods. He's scampering. He's inside the 10. This Woods guy is going to be a waiver topic for you fantasy heads. He's huge. Look at how is he that fast? I guess he's not fast. Bro is huge. We got Jonathan Taylor. They're running into a brick wall. They just keep throwing Woods, man. 81 yards, Jelani Woods. Never heard of you, bro. I'm just kidding, man. He had a game a few weeks back. He looks bigger than Parkinson, man. These guys look like Harry and the Hendersons. You know what I'm saying? Damn, 6'7", 253. Reflect the sun, is that real? Paris Campbell out route. Go route. Mike Pittman. Touchdown. That's going to give them the lead with the extra point. Nice throw by Ryan, finally. That was a great play. Matty Ice, the Iceman. They're Sasquatches. Parkinson looks like a Sasquatch. Like, people were out in the Redwood National Forest or, you know, Mount Hood Park or whatever in Washington, wherever, and they report a Sasquatch sighting when really it's just Kobe Parkinson and his family having a sandwich. You feel me? Nice catch by Michael Pittman Jr. there. Oh, great route. Corner had no chance. They actually had pass protection there. Matt's good at those. Him and Julio have done that 1,000 million times. Love Caleb Williams from USC. Per NFL, Sajan asked that question about Caleb Williams. Per NFL, looks bigger than Kobe, all right. They have Kobe at 6'7", 253. Woods looks thicker, like a lot bigger. But Kobe put on a lot of weight. Matt Ryan looks like a war general in one of those throwback movies, like war movies. He looks like the lieutenant that just comes to report bad news, and then walkie-talkies or radios once, cocks the gun and just runs away. That's how he looks like. Jeffrey Simmons is a huge man. That's facts. Yeah, for sure. I'm a big fan of Kobe Parkinson too, man. Because he's like, Kobe Parkinson had the humility to say, like, okay, maybe I'm not an every down move tight end. And then go to the offseason, put on crazy weight, become a marquee blocker, and still catch most of what's thrown to him. And he can move. We got to utilize him more. Like, let's utilize these guys. Will, Kobe, Noah, Seattle. Seattle Seahawks fans are begging for this. It seems like we win 90% of the games that we throw to TEs more than 11 times. I bet you that would be probably a factual stat. We got motion here. Steelers are kind of getting pressed here by the Colts. Pre-snap motion. They go bootleg. Kenny Pickett finds Pickens in another drop. Man. I'm so mad about fumbling the ball. JT. This guy's all about JT in the fantasy. Longest Day, the ex of USS Missouri. For sure, Longest Day. I don't watch that. What's another good war movie? There's so many. Saving Private Ryan, freaking Passchendaele. Man, there's just hella. Then there's all the Vietnam-based ones. Uncle needs to stop dropping passes. He got paid. If you can touch it, you can catch it. That was a weird drop by Will. That's uncharacteristic of him. Keep feeding him the ball if he's open. Of course. Of course Pittman scored on you. That sucks. That's exactly what I love about Parkinson, is that he tries to be a good blocker. Yes, for heaven's sake, more tight end play. Yeah, we call him for it, Nick. We've been calling for it, Nicholas. Clint Simmons says, need a beast mode runner again. Bring the Skittles. If we're talking about Seattle, we got a nice runner there. And if Penny comes back on a cheap contract, that's fine. Apocalypse Now, that's legendary. Come on, man. There's so many. Platoon. Hamburger Hill. Now we can go on and on and on. Interesting comparison their last year of college. Caleb, 65.8%. Elite athleticism, 34 TDs. 3 interceptions, Mahomes. Yeah. I like Caleb. If we go later, I like Cam Ward, Penix. I like those guys. KJ Jefferson. I'm high on Will Levis, though. Like, I'm not really worried about what this season says. I like Levis as a dog. I want a dog QB to go with these guys. To go to war with these guys. Full Metal Jacket, amazing movie. I'm big into movies, guys. That's a good stat, though. I'm going to watch more Caleb film now that you said that. But I like him. Underrated. Seems really dope. Yeah, Levis is a pit bull, like unleashed. But he's got a crazy arm. And I think he can really do things with DK and the guys we have in the tight ends. He was going off with freaking Wan'Dale Robinson, who's like 5'1". No, I think they beat Alabama or something last year. I don't know what it was. They beat someone crazy. I'd have to look at it again. Kentucky. With Wan'Dale Robinson and freaking... If you haven't checked, he's not big. No, we're not going to go O-line first when there's Will Anderson and all the... And Jalen Carter and all those other picks, plus QBs. We got 2 first-round picks, remember that, and 2 second-round picks. Very high first and seconds, and, you know, depending on what Seattle does, we're in those rounds. And we have deep-round picks, too, so we can get really, really creative here. 3rd and 9, beginning of the 4th quarter, Kenny Pickett at his own 25, and drops back to pass, looking for someone. And an amazing catch by Pickens. A diving grab. And if I'd played Kenny Pickett or George Pickens, I'd be winning this fantasy week. Pretty much all 70s guy. All 70% guys like Tua, Russell Wilson, Burrow, even Geno Smith. With less than 10 interceptions, 230, 50 TDs have turned out very good. RG3 an exception with the injury. That's facts. And that TD to interception ratio cannot be overlooked. It's very important. If you look at Geno Smith, what he's doing versus the other QBs in what are supposed to be his tier, you see that Geno Smith is not turning over the ball as much. A couple outliers in the last couple games, but being able to protect the ball can really separate the good quarterbacks from just okay ones. And what you're saying, to your point, is that stems back to college years. Factual. You can see that kind of develop early. Yeah, those are good movies. The Hurt Locker. Love that. Yeah, and Geno's picks, like, you know, there's been a couple that I think are trash, like bad throws, but outside of that, he's been like making pretty good decisions. Yeah, so that's the thing too. And to your point, Saijan, like, I'm not mad at the smaller QBs and stuff, but that trend I think is kind of done. As teams just attack them physically and get bigger, like, guys to jump at their throws. Nice little end around here. But what I want to see is I want to see a bruising guy that can throw from the pocket. Stroud kind of scares me because of like, I guess just because of the way that Trey Lance went down. But I don't think Stroud is that kind of guy. I think Stroud is a better QB than Trey Lance. But Bryce Young, I have fear that he just goes ballistic, does super well, and then we see that he's out with injuries like we did with Murray. I want to see Will Levis or Anthony Richardson. Snell breaks outside, and he's deep inside of Colts territory with the... Let's see what else he got going on here. Just good outside blocking by the Steelers in this game. They got a good trap there. Simple zone run. See what's going on here. Snell breaks off. Yeah, that was a nice run. So Reflection says, right, if you're going to hit and take a top 5 QB, let them be 70% with fewer interceptions. Or if they're 65%, they have to have elite athleticism. Bang on. And that's exactly it. You have to be able to mitigate for the mistakes that you do make with elite plays. And in this upcoming draft, I would like to see the touchdown, and I'm going to go look at those ratios as well. Reflect the Sun, what do you think about CJ Stroud? As it looks like it's a possibility for Seattle now. What do you think about Stroud? Who are you taking? If we take not even just a top 5 pick at QB, who do we take first at QB if we take defense first? Those are 2 questions I would take from a statistician like yourself. I'd like to know. Quick throw, Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson works backwards. I don't know if Gino was. That's interesting. Gino was really good at West Virginia, though, that's for sure. Yeah, Josh Allen is not small. CJ is 66% guy, so I think, does he have elite athleticism? I don't know. Yeah. That's true. And if it's not elite athleticism, what are the elite traits? Because you're throwing to Garrett Wilson and Jigba and those guys, you know. But do I take Stroud over Young? Probably, just because I'm scared of the size. That's why in that top 5, I don't trust it enough. So I probably go Jalen Carter. If I have the chance. If I don't get the chance at Jalen Carter or Will Anderson, I get something else and then I wait. That's my thoughts on that today. Yeah, Daniel W., good point, man. Ooh, nice flip there. The ball placement, like Stroud can get the ball to where receivers can catch the ball. Given a good O-line, and he knows how to time things. But we see time and time again, a lot of these Ohio State projects can take time. You know, Justin Fields, elite runner, but it's taken some time. But they didn't build anything around him before he got there. So Fields' success, recent success, may pump CJ Stroud further up the Seahawks draft board, even though they're completely different players. Kenny Pickett. Ball's dropped by Johnson. That's fair, Syjen. And that's kind of what I want to do, too. For Carter Anderson Williams type of thing. Nicholas Newton hates Drew Lock like the only, like with an insane passion, and he thinks the same thing about C.J. Stroud. We don't need a QB, thankfully. Yes, Carter or trade down. I like it. I like it, Reflect the Sun. I'm glad we're on the page. We don't need a QB that early, in my opinion, if we don't love them. You know, if we don't think they're franchise for sure, you know that Carter's franchise. You know Will Anderson is franchise. You know? I'd like to get the center out of Notre Dame, too. I don't know how early we have to shoot for that. I'd like to get the receiver out of TCU. If you guys haven't seen that guy. He's crazy. Yeah, and I'm not worried about them not being there, but is it possible that the Broncos end with the worst record, like outside of the Texans? I think that's possible, man. They're really bad. And like now it could just maybe implode. Like they could just maybe pack it in. Because Elway could be looking at it like, yo, like, you know, they could be looking like, do I need to draft behind Wilson? Like, oh my God, that's so sad. We need to take the best player on the board. Yeah, and we should keep going BPA. Nicholas is right. Like, we went best player available. Everyone's like, oh, Seattle had the craziest draft. And they did. They did have an amazing draft. But what did they do? They looked at the best possible players at position and took value. And, you know, Snyder is just brilliant at that. As much as I hate Brady. So let me go back here. Again, Pickens not catching a normal pass. Crack screen is bad. Yeah, it's true. Pickens, you know. Young and Stroud will not be there. We talked about that. We need to take the best player. Yes. Can I keep my ND center for another year, please? I want that kid from Notre Dame bad because Blythe could be there. Blythe could be there in camp. Blythe could coach him up even for the year. But I like that. If Blythe is teaching him signals, that guy would be a menace in front of Ken Walker. And that's what we need to do. So that can't be overlooked either. Because, like, Blythe has been good, but he can't push, right? Like, he's not strong enough to just shove people in front of him right after the snap like Max Unger was. So that kid knows how to call plays. And yeah, I'm really high on him. Although you probably second, third round could do it. Yeah, but it doesn't matter if your defense isn't giving up points if you're not scoring any. And that defense isn't going to get healthier throughout the year either. So it's like, I think maybe they'll just do everything they can, but I don't know if they have the arsenal to win games. Steelers score, Benny Snell. And it's 22-17. Steelers to kick will be 23-17. John Snyder has been a good GM. He really had a few off years, but has recuperated all of his value in this last draft for sure. Nicholas Newton says, good, I hope neither of them are there on the board by the time we pick. That's Stroud and Young, if you're wondering. Reflect the Sun with the stats says Geno was 71.2%, 42 TDs, 6 interceptions in his last year in West Virginia. His accuracy shouldn't be a surprise. That's true. He just, for some reason, couldn't get it going on any of the bum teams he was on, and just stuck with it. They're going for the 2-point conversion. Pickett flushed out of the pocket. He finds a man, and it's Pickens. We have 24-17 Clinton Simmons, pardon me. 24-17, 9:55 in the fourth quarter. Steelers just scored and got the extra point to go up to full 7. Yeah, like, I know Geno's history. It's just like, could we have thought that he could took this much time off of being a starting player, put into this position, and performed at this level? My hat's off to him. That's all I could say. I give so much props to Smith, man. And in the press conferences, Like this last press conference, Gino taking it on his shoulders again, saying he only looks at himself and what he can improve, encouraging his teammates, not pointing the finger but the thumb. What a beauty, man. I love Geno Smith, man. He is a quintessential Seahawk. I want him a part of this organization in the future. Like, he's really set himself up for Seattle to have a job here forever. Like, he was loyal. He's balled out when he's given the opportunity. You know, he shedded criticism even from people like myself who weren't like negative against Geno Smith, just didn't understand where he was at this point in his career. Yes, 9:55 in the fourth. But the leadership ability that Geno has taken and just bringing up everyone around him has been monumental. So much props. Quick little return back to the 25. Colts take the field again, down 7. 9:50 in the fourth quarter. Matt Ryan literally trots out with his 1979 tape on his ankles, looking like NFL films. West Virginia, take me home. Yep, he was patient and hung in there. He really did, man. You got to give him his props. He showed it in the last. He showed some skill in those last couple of games, but he also had those turnovers. So we were suspect. Check down to Jonathan Taylor. He picks up maybe a yard. The thing that I didn't like about the last season's games, though, Reflect the Sun, was the sacks. The sacks that he took late in games for big yardage. And those are rearing their head a little bit now. And it bothers me. There's some of those sacks I feel, yeah, he's protecting the ball and not fumbling the ball. But some of them I think he can just let it go to a hot read. And they got to make it available for Geno Smith. I really love Luck, but I couldn't watch much more of him taking hits. Yeah, it was brutal. Watching Luck just get annihilated. It was crazy. We got 3rd and 14. Matt Ryan looking to find a first down. He finds Pittman over the middle he bobbles it and catches it. But it's not a first down. They're way short. They're going to have to punt. Matt Ryan looks terrible. I don't think so, says Nick. Yep, he was like 5 TDs to 1. Yeah, he did play well. I always said that. Get a good tight ends coach to help with hot route. That is probably one of the most eye-opening things I've heard. Who is our tight ends coach? We have a dope running backs coach, Nate Carroll, great receivers coach. Whoa, and they ran into the kicker. No flag. But we have great tight ends, and we just need, maybe not a coach, but we need to scheme them open. I mean, and I thought Waldron is good at scheming them open. We're just underutilizing them. Why not get them on deeper routes? Like they were able to do that with Higbee. Wow, that's running into the kicker at the finest. Yeah, so it's like Geno, Reflect the Sun, if he can just do better on those sack situations and step up and make more runs when he feels the pressure, or we got to develop a hot read for Geno or two on those types of situations where they're bringing obvious pressure. Because when we do have that there and we have somebody available leaking, even on an intermediate route, and he's able to step up and he sees that, he seems confident enough to step up and just teardrop something for big yardage. You feel me? Steelers been getting the calls since 1910. None change. It's always been the same. You can pretend it's not like that, but it's like that. Yeah, so HB, I was saying that earlier. it's not that Ken can't run inside and you don't, but we did that. We ran into the wall against Tampa Bay, and to do it again against, it's just stubbornness. It's like he's really good outside. Like, get him behind Lucas with those tight ends blocking, and good things are gonna happen. Get him behind freaking, yeah, just get him outside, man. And then when that starts happening, you can start generating, pulling guards and getting Dame and those guys pulling and stuff and making more happen on the inside stuff. But it's like the fact that we just ran right into the wall so many times reminded me of last year, and it really upset me. Yep. Yeah, I thought they'd throw some more of those inside screens to K9 like they did with the Bucks. Yeah, we just didn't get creative enough, like in the time of possession control, let alone the defense. Yes, we don't even need to talk about that Super Bowl because everybody and their mama knows when. Even the official comes out and says he blows it. The head official, like, still makes me mad to this day. It was such trash. I had those feelings when Josh Jacobs fumbled the ball yesterday. I had those same feelings. Like, why are you taking a game away from us, man? That we played hard for. Just telling it like it is. I am talking 05. Yeah, I try to do them. I don't get a chance to do them much, but I should do these streams more. Stringfellow. People seem to enjoy them. I like the communication with people. And I like getting raided. Raid! Remember those bug commercials? Raid! Pickett's got the rock. He hands off to Sell, second down, and they're going to stop him short, I think. It'll be 3rd and 1. This is a crucial possession. Can somebody go look up how many points Paris Campbell has in fantasy, please? And how many points Najee Harris has as well? I think it's 10.7 and 4. Good night. Thanks for hanging out with me, Clinton. Much love to you. Make sure to come back in here if you see the streams again. If you sub, I usually show on my community page when I'm going to go live. First down, they hand it off to the fullback. I shall sally forth with good tidings of your freedom to the... What? That was on some medieval, but I like it. Oh, good tidings to you, sir. Jingle jangle. Remember that from that movie? Jingle jangle. Snell pounding forward. 5 minutes and 45 seconds left. Clock still ticking. 24-17 Steelers. In a must-win game for Pittsburgh. It's 2nd and 7. Harris went out of the game with hamstring issues early. Pickett's been playing a decent game, finding receivers, not turning the ball over. The most important thing. We were rated here in the chat. If you're wondering where all the likes came from, we had one of the famous NFL YouTubers, Tom Grossi, send a raid over here, and that was really, really loved. Pickett spins out of coverage, and he is down. It looks like a holding call as well, coming on the Steelers. Yep, holding. So with this is a crucial possession because this game gets to 3 minutes and Ryan doesn't have the ball because Ryan hasn't been able to move the ball in the air. Steelers was the right call to win this game for sure. Spread compliment of your stream and comments of Grossi and Brandon Perna and the Good Sports Show. Hey, that means so much to me. That really, really means a lot to me because I really love this channel. Like, I know it's amateur and I don't have the greatest setup yet and all that stuff, but I'm sticking with it. I'm a father. I'm a business guy. I don't have as much time as these people to go full time with this yet, but one day I would like to. And I really love football and I love the football community. So I'm hoping to get there one day. And with people like you sharing my stream, it means so much to me, man. It really does. So thank you so much for doing that. And thanks to Tom Grossi, who I'm going to go and give a huge shout out to, not only on one of my videos, but on his wall for sending people to raid my stream. That was so cool. That brought 200 plus eyes to this, maybe more, that wouldn't even know this channel existed if it wasn't for that. So props, man. And props to you for sticking around and hanging out and watching football with me today. I felt more talkative with people than I did maybe doing a play-by-play. Who is this Steelers punter, bro? This guy looks like another interior lineman. Steelers punt the ball away. It's going to bounce inside the 10. They let it roll inside for a nice Steelers bounce. That's going to be a long road to hoe for Matt Ryan. And the Colts, as they try to come back down 7 with just over about 4 minutes in the fourth quarter. Ryan hasn't been able to generate much of a passing game. Jonathan Taylor has had a nice game today. Steelers defense really, really doing a good job against receiving, which has been their weak spot here. But Matt Ryan, he's really got that kind of end of Manning career noodle arm going. Can't set the feet, can't generate power in the throw, and it's kind of hard to watch. Yeah, if you love the Indianapolis Colts, this is time for you. Thanks you, Tom Grossi. You're the man, bro. You're a legend for that. Thank you, Stringfellow Hawk, for what you did and for staying around here. Shout outs to those guys, Grossi and Brandon Perna. Shout outs to them. Shout outs to NFL Nation. All people that really love football. Good night, Wes and friends. 4:30 a.m. comes fast. Every show does. Thank you for what you're doing out there, Nicholas. Much love to you, brother. Good night. Thanks for tapping in and watching the game with your boy here. And make sure to check out my video content. It's very, very interesting, I find. Not to overpitch it. But yeah, we got one more push here for the Colts here. It's been quite a back and forth game with a lot of action on the ground, a lot of power run, a lot of old school smash mouth football. You got to love it. I'm a fan of defense, so I kind of like this game. Pickett is calming down a bit. Pickett kind of looks like he's figuring it out a little bit. Still, they have a bad O-line over there in Pitt. But Pickett's been like doing some things, mitigating that. The Colts will be looking for a quarterback, though. Oh, yeah. Nick, I know you do, man. You're my guy. Just for all the new people here, the people that came over from the Grossi channel. I mean, shout outs to them. But yeah, give your boy a subscription if you can. It really helps. And I'll just try to keep it real about Seattle and you know, talk about football. As you guys know me, I just try to tell it like it is or how I see it. And we just share a conversation. It's not a one-sided thing. TJ Watt is out there, in case you were wondering. This is where he gets nasty. He ended the game against us when Gino tried to scramble and got the ball popped out. Guarantee you TJ is looking for that right now. We got Paris Campbell. Oh! Nice catch! Huge catch by Pittman. Contested catch. Great throw by Ryan. There's a flag. You know I watch it. Okay, Stringfellow says, Volt's showing some life. Steelers no plan. Offense is showing completion. It was Pittman. Unless you're doing laundry. I need to do some laundry. Great catch by Pittman. and a PI. This is the game he needed. He's a good receiver. We got an injury. We got a Steeler down. Oh, the laundry. Sorry. I thought you mistake that. This guy knows Jarvis Landry's not on the team and knows how to spell Landry. But that is the laundry. Thank you. Yeah, the Falcons a $40.5 million cap hit to move on. Just to not even have to see him throw ducks anymore. They paid $40 million bucks. Buckaroos. God, reflect the sun. Are you actually a statistician? Are you a statistician? Or are you just obsessed with football like me? Probably asked you this before. I'm always in the car for those side gen because I don't have time to do it at home much. There's a handoff to Jonathan Taylor. Picks up about 3 or 4. Yeah. So being obsessed with football is more effective than being a stat analyst because you'll be deeper than it was if it was actually your perfection. But I love how you actually get into percentage math. And that was awesome about the quarterback's translation to who's successful in the NFL. That was definitely some of the best content I've seen commented here. I really loved that you broke that down. Here's Woods again. The big lumbering ent from Mordor or whatever. This guy's bigger than Brother Man from the 5th floor for all you Martin fans. Bro is huge. What, he got 100 yards today? They hand off to Jonathan Taylor again. He breaks the tackle. He's out to the... Yeah, he's got about 5 yards there. They're pressing. 2 minutes left. They've got life. Brother Man from the 5th floor. I was came to make me a sandwich. Like, Martin was like, Brother Man, what you doing in here? I'm showing my age here. If you guys haven't seen Martin, it's hilarious. Yeah, that should have been picked off. Yeah, I don't expect people to like my content because they have to. I just do my vids. I think it'll get more impressive when I get a setup going. Like actually get nice lighting, nice camera. You know, start bringing up a video, bringing up stuff. I know you guys crave for that. You know, and I appreciate the channels that do that. I just got to get it together and do that. You know, get it going on the Streamlabs or something. What's best for that? OBS, I guess. You guys prefer OBS-based stuff? Is there any new streaming platforms I should be looking at using for those types of video content? Yeah, he always went out through the fire escape and like came in through his window. Like sometimes didn't even say hi and ate his stuff. Michael's for green fabric, rig light, you're set. Yeah, pretty much. No, I want like a legit setup. Matt Ryan airs it out. Oh my goodness, that was a dangerous throw. Tries to find Alec Pierce in the go route. 3rd and 6. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. It's 4 down territory. Matt Ryan dropped back. Tried to find Pierce, but the safety read that well. Dropped into the quarters. Oh, Pierce could have caught that, man. Trips left, Pierce alone on an island right. We got Taylor in the backfield. We got a little stutter route there. He finds him, and a great tackle. That's about 7 yards. That was a kneecapper. 4th down. It's 2-minute warning. Got to run that route deeper than the sticks, though. I think a bunch of us went on various Seahawks chats to urge the trading of Russell Wilson even 2 years ago based on one key stat. I didn't. I didn't think that it would decline that quickly. But I was open to the trade if it was capital that made sense, and that capital was insane. I still can't believe it happened. We're at the 2-minute warning here. Steelers up 7 in Indianapolis, Indiana. Home of the Indy Dog. I'm not sure if that's the truth. I'm sure Indianapolis is a dope city, though. Midwest is always surprising with how cool stuff is there. What else is cracking here? The stat was the only 2 QBs had ever won a Super Bowl 8+ more years after the first with the same team, Montana and Brady. Painful. And those guys are pretty good. Fant and Locke and a stack of picks. Don't forget about Shelby. Don't forget about the fact that we re-up again in the draft. This is getting out of hand, actually. It's been a really fun stream, surprisingly, tonight. Just the fact it was kind of not necessarily... I wasn't necessarily going to do it. But it's awesome. And I should stream more games. I think if I stream a Seahawks game, it will go crazy in here. I should do it. So Russ was going to do it with the fact that he was like 14 to 16% of their salary. The answer is clearly no. It was never no. We were never going to pay Russ that much money. You know what I mean? Like, Seahawks are a team. We're not the Chiefs. We're not the, we're not even the Bills. You know what I mean? Like, we're a team that needs a lot more than just a QB at this stage to win. So we're not giving one guy $30 million a year. That's fact. So, I'm just glad they pulled the Band-Aid when he still had that type of trade value. Could you imagine if we held on one more year and Russ wasn't able to get it going and we were a 500 or less team? Oh, man. So many teams have fallen into that trap. Who is the true YR1? In Seattle, we have 2 YR1s. We really do. We just need to just pepper them both hella times. This is crucial. 4th and 3. If they don't get a first down here, it's over. Ball's tipped, but it's caught. Forward progress is first down. Great catch by Pittman. It's getting kind of interesting. They're going hurry up here. 1 minute, 40 seconds left. 138, 137. First down. They're at their 40. Matt Ryan. He's going to get sacked by Watt. The ball's out, but they recover. I don't know if Watt caused that, but that was a fumble, and it's a timeout. No, they're not going to call timeout. 1 minute and 20. Clock's ticking. Highsmith knocked it out. Colts are burning a lot of clock, though, as Troy said here. Can't stand Troy Aikman, by the way. We've got a shotgun set here. We need a quick throw here. Ryan's running. Matty Wheels. Timeout. 45 seconds left. What are you doing, Jeff Saturday? Call timeout, man. 35, 34. They snapped the ball. They hand it off to Taylor. He's tackled. Useless. Call timeout. Poor coaching. I like Marquise Goodwin. He's playing well. So Peyton Manning did it in 8 years in part with 2 different teams. He's only the third that has done it. And also did the team Peyton Manning go into, was that the Broncos that Russell went into? The team Peyton Manning went to was one of the best defenses and offenses ever. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Garrett Bowles, Jerry Jeudy, Hinton. Come on, fam. Russ got the bag, and that's it. 4th and 3. Here comes the blitz. Wow, there's no flag. Wow, that's crazy. Classic Steelers. I don't know if that's pass interference, though. That's probably it. I wonder if I don't win my fantasy just because of that. Oh, that was just good coverage? Yeah, I don't know if that's enough to call a penalty there. Anyways, good game by Pittsburgh. I hate to say it, but that helps our draft position, right? Saturday using the Schottenheimer coaching book, run to the end. Yeah, that was the stupidest run ever. Like, what are you going to do? Like, it's the Steelers. They're not just going to give up the freaking game-ending run. Oh, my God. If he just put that ball a little bit more inside. Game over, man. That's facts. Yeah, and I like being higher than the Steelers. Yeah, man. Thanks for joining me and having an awesome conversation. It was a lot of fun talking with you too, bro, for real. Reflect the Sun. Dope to have you in here, Nick. You want good night, Sygen. I don't know, man. We should add another receiver, though. We need a true third. I mean, shout outs to Goodwin, but he's 30-something years old. Go check out the kid from TCU, man. He's really crazy. He's like Metcalf size, but plays a little bit different. Kind of plays like Julio Jones. That was a lot of fun, guys. Any closing thoughts? What's next? What should I do next? Should I stream the next Sunday's game? Stream the Rams game just for giggles? That'd be fun. Thanks, Reflect the Sun. It was great having you here. On that note, I'm going to go upstairs, go handle the dishes, do what I got to do, give some love, go kiss the family. But I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining the stream. To everyone that came in and raided me today from the Tom Grossi channel, I'm going to go send him my love too. It's been awesome as always, even though that was a really annoying matchup between two teams that I don't really enjoy watching play, but it's football, so I love it either way. I'll stream. If I stream, maybe I'll become the good luck charm. I'll see you guys either on Thursday night or on Sunday. I'll be trying to drop some content this week. Let me know what you guys want to see as content. Much love and peace out, y'all.